hello, hi, welcome back. Yep, it's that time. It's time of the week again. I mean, this is definitely a little strange. Look at me, like, represent a driver in the Final Four, but it's actually, trick is it's Truex, because that's what that's who I'm pulling for. Well, that and Hamlin, those are really the only two I think I would be content with. So, yeah. So, yeah, today will be an interesting day to see what the hell happens. But hello, Spencer Boynes. Thank you for stopping by. So, yeah. Obviously, I probably should have started this even earlier in the day, but I just didn't feel like it. I just wanted to wait. That's why I started like a couple minutes early, just so I can have a bit of a head start. So, yeah. So, obviously, why am I here? Obviously, 100% race. Obviously, I mean that's why we're here. We're here to be on the car, room, whatever you may have to experience the simulation of this race that will probably be outdated in like 3 hours from now. For 5. So, good afternoon. Thank you, Fig Newtons. I appreciate it. Yeah. So, or I don't know what really to say. I mean, it's unfortunate because I mean, by the time I do this race, we're already going to be behind. So, because we'll probably be like in the middle of stage 3 or something when the race actually goes green at 3 p.m. Eastern time. The clocks went back an hour. That kind of was nice. I got an extra hour of sleep, so that was nice. So, yeah, I don't know. At least we won't have to have a whole nuclear war today with the champion. That is true, because at least all 4 of them, from what I've been told, is fair enough, fair deserving. It's Kyle Larson Day, hopefully. Hope for a good race today. Look, Tyson is so... That's nice. That's a wholesome post. Saw my Google Gemini AI Kurt Busch Torres. I did see that. That was really good. It was really cool. So, I mean, the only way this race would get stupid is just a green white checkered where everybody's going 7 wide. I mean, that's probably the only way you can get this to be more like an embarrassing finale. But the bar is set so low. As long as it's just a race, I'll be fine. This is rare where I think the Final Four is the top 4 in points full season wise. I think that's correct. I should double check my sources on Miss Racing Reference. I don't know why I labeled Racing Reference as a female, but screw it. Dale Reynolds is just, I hope Hamlin wins the title. Oh yeah, actually that's actually fair. Hope Hamlin wins the title today. I'm rooting for batshit chaos. Plus, I want Mark Martin to be the best driver without a championship, not Hamlin. Yeah, I see it. Hamlin or Briscoe, I think is fair. Yesterday made me want a beer, even though I ain't 21 yet. Drink responsibly, but drink when you're of age. That's what I'm gonna say. Let me look at this Final Four here. So it's Byron, Larson, oh, never mind. What am I thinking? No, because Bell got cucked out because he's third. He's not going to make it to the Final Four. And he was like, I think in Winston Cup points, he's like leading it by a lot. Yeah, Bell got cucked. So it's actually really 2. Wow. Ew, this is even grosser than I looked at. Ew. It's only Byron and Larson that are like the 2 best. And Hamlin is, Jesus Christ, he's 7th. And Briscoe is 6th. Ew! Ew, the 2 drivers I want, they're like not even the best all year. It's really Byron or Larson. Oh, this is like shattering my world, isn't it? Somebody on stream is gonna be like, why are you wearing a Briscoe? Because Briscoe wasn't the best. That's like, yeah, you're right. You can go back to this beginning part of the stream and you can hear that because I'm very wrong. I'm just wanting it for Clable. Clable has a reason to like Briscoe. And I want to support that. So for once, I will not make a Briscoe joke. That's an accomplishment for me. No Briscoe joke. About it being Truex's setup why he's doing so good. Actually, funny thing is Truex's setups were so loose that Briscoe couldn't handle it. So that made me think Truex fucking badass. Because Briscoe can't handle loose at the level of Truex. Oh, but he doesn't do a sim rig. He can't. Truex didn't know fucking need a sim rig because he was that fucking good. It's just that he checked out at the end of his career because shit is stupid. I would check out too. So I mean, yeah, if Truex was checked in, he'd be fine. He'd be fine. I don't know. Needlessly ranting aside. What do you want? 36 race, 32 plus 4-point elimination, or what? Full season, 36. If, honestly, I wish the schedule wasn't even 36 races. If it was just 30 races and no playoffs, I think that'd be fine. If that means Xfinity has more races than Cup, sure. That doesn't make real sense, but I don't care. Xfinity's better anyways. Make that have more races than Cup. Who cares? If Xfinity has 33 races and Cup has 30, sure. I just don't care. Why? Might as well. That's my take at least. But yeah. Do you see Kurt Busch cross-dress for Halloween? I did see that. I was disturbed. But I can't even really say much because I've done that before for Halloween live stream. So like me and Kurt are kindred spirits with that. Except he had more balls to go out in public like that. I didn't. So Kurt more of a Chad than I am. But thank you for the question though. I banked. So there's not much else to really say. I don't want to drag this out anymore just because, you know, we got a race that's going to be going on. I don't want to miss too much of it compared to other weeks just because it's the end of the year. I have to care a tiny bit just for Clable and Friends' reaction sake of things. So we're not going to waste too much time. So rain code intro. I'm going to put you on pause. And we're going to jump into it actually. So let's go full console. That's not a thing. Game console. And yeah. So we're here on NASCAR 25. What I would deem a 5.5 out of 10 game, honestly. Maybe a 6, maybe 6.5, but the pit logic and the in and out lap speeds are a little more like adjusted. But for the most part, I've enjoyed it more than I've honestly expected. So yeah, it's been nice to have a little bit of a break from career mode. I'll probably be recording that later tonight or something. So yeah, the idea I want to kind of try to do is record career like earlier in the day or whenever I have time, and then the Robin series I work at night with it, just because I want to balance both out. I know no one's. I just want to balance both out to do that. Actually, hold on. I do have a freaking thing I need to mention. I gotta give credit for this because okay, all right. So obviously, racing today. Obviously, I'm gonna be racing as Allmendinger because Celsius energy drink. Actually hold on. I got something. I got a fridge in my room too. Not only do I have a microwave, I have a fridge in my room because I might as well make this my own, like, I don't know. I just do because I don't know. I'll be back. I'm right over here. There we go. Okay. Opening the fridge, closing the fridge, walking back. So I think I mentioned it in chat, or somebody mentioned in chat. Briscoe hat. Oh, see Murph. Oh, it's a Truex hat. It's a Truex hat. Or where does it say that? It's Truex Jr. right there. Plot twist. I'm still supporting Truex while also supporting Briscoe, but not actually having the Briscoe merch. Ha! Yeah. So that's what's going on. So yeah. And also, obviously, I used to wear hats all the time in videos too. So obviously, are you missing your pants again? I have my pants firmly on this time. Thankfully. Jesus Christ, if I got off, that'd be really bad if I was not wearing freaking pants, I'll tell you that much. I ain't that freaking thick to show off my thighs. Not anymore, at least. They spelled Briscoe's name wrong. No, they did not. Oh yeah, okay, I get it, Murph. I thought you meant in the game. I was like, okay. I was gonna be confused. Because it's on the screen. You freaking Murph, I tell you. Also, I'm racing as Allmendinger because I got a Celsius energy drink. Somebody in my chat mentioned it last week that they were better than C4. I was like, It was like, I mean, fuck it, I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. Hello.
What is iRacing doing? Besides the on-track racing, the game is 4 out of 10. What if you rock? Love is the one race champ. Zillish season champ.
Thank you, Smooth. I appreciate the 5. I really do. That means a lot. It goes a long ways. I very much appreciate that. Game is a 4 out of 10. I think that's fair. I don't really blame anyone for thinking that, honestly. So that's fine. Love is a one race tram. So yeah, I agree. I agree with everything. It's really just yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. Last night was one of like 40 different black eyes the sport has had from the format in the last 20 years. How many of those? I don't know. Someone can count, but that's just another one to the pile. It might be the biggest one to the pile, honestly. Just how blatant, like they were, like blatantly good. I don't know, but whatever. Glad to make a video about it though, because I thought, you know, it's been so long since I did a race review of any kind on a topic. So I guess I did one like a couple months ago. It was a Twitter thing with Mama Smith, but that's not really a race thing. But yeah, Love didn't win the championship. It was the team. It's not about the driver. It's the teams, specifically the teams. The team won Love that championship, which is a stupid take. Surprised that eye hasn't fallen out. That's a good point. Also, YouTube gave Clable a stupid warning. I don't see any. I heard about that last night because I was in his stream, which is stupid. I don't know. So yeah, I got my energy drink Celsius. I tried one yesterday. They were, but not with this flavor. This flavor is new, and I usually don't like to drink 2 in a row. But like this is an example. The team performed when lights were brightest. So you're damn right. That's what I did in season 2 of Core. It's kiwi strawberry. When I bought it, I foolishly just thought it was like strawberries, and I didn't notice the kiwi right beside the logo of the strawberry. So yeah, I fumbled on that. But actually, kiwi's not bad. So it's fair. It's totally fine. Really no problem with it. So this will be my companion throughout the race, so I don't burn my throat out, because if I don't drink something, I'm gonna really hurt my throat. So Mercury is in Gatorade or whatever they say. I mean, I like Freddie Mercury, so like, you know, fuck it. I'll die early from drinking Gatorade. I don't care. Wasn't that in Monster, or wasn't that in Kyle Busch's like Browdy, where it was like an unhealthy amount of mercury? I remember that. Good times. Loved the rant last night. It was warranted. Thank you. I appreciate it. That was like the second time I recorded it, just because I didn't really go into like Zillish's stats enough to really emphasize the point. I know probably most people that would be watching it would know, but I just wanted to kind of paint that picture more, which is why that like there was a cut from the tangent I was going on to like the truck, like a little bit of the truck segment at the end. For whatever the reason, the audio was really, really off. Not off, just very it was very low, and I don't really know why. So I try to balance it as much as possible, try to earball it, if that makes sense. So hopefully it was like manageable, but yeah, I don't know. So we're just gonna see what happens tonight and today, I guess, and get into it. I don't want to waste too much time. I tried Sprint Vibe Celsius. It was pretty good. I had Play a Vibe last night. Well, that's good. That's good, John Riggs. Yeah, Celsius. It's weird because C4 is very picky, and Monster like Rehab is very smooth, and Celsius is like sort of in the middle, which is interesting. So I guess I know what to preference here. This is not something I drink all the time. It's literally like twice a week for, yeah. Actually, well, technically yesterday I broke that because I had it yesterday. But usually I always have them for just live streams. So it's really like twice a week if I can help it, just because, you know, moderation is key. So yeah, we're racing as Allmendinger. Obviously, we're racing a Phoenix. Championship race. Let's go to settings here, because this is going to be very important. because Dale Reynolds was probably gonna like this because I went all out for everything for this race, at least as much as possible. So 100% race, normal tire wear, fuel consumption, wear rate, strict yellows, black flags off, so we can barrel it down pit road. We're gonna see if this game. Should I do single race stage? I would love to, but it is I did call it a simulation, so I do have to have stages, right? Like I can't just not have stages. So we got that. Driving, all no assist or anything. Difficulty, I have it at 104, 103. I don't know which one. I keep dabbling back and forth with it. I'm gonna go with 104, and I'm gonna put their consistency at like 35, so they're not as super duper consistent. Because even on 50, they're still pretty consistent on their times. They do gradually fall off with wear, but they're, I don't know. Incident frequency, I'm going to put that to, I keep that at 50. Even though the incident frequency is very weird from what I've been hearing. 105, no balls. Dale, I've tried 105. I can't do it. It's too goddamn hard. 104, I tried it last night, and then it's like all of a sudden I'm like at least a little more competitive. 105, even with setups, is still absolutely insane. At least for Phoenix it is. So even the incident frequency, can I go on a tangent with that? Because it used to be, you would have it at 5, and then the AI wrecked like 6-7 times. Now you have it at 5, they never wreck, which maybe makes sense. But I've tried it at 50 at other tracks, just messing around off camera, and it's like sometimes it just never happens. So I don't know what wreck frequency to where you get at least, 1 to 3 yellows, not counting stages in a race. I don't know what number that is actually. I heard 75 can do it. Sometimes 100 still won't do it. So it's track. See, that's why you got your pen and paper, you got your handy dandy guide, and figure that out yourself, because devs couldn't be bothered to keep 50 like consistent everywhere. It's just like all over the place. I don't know. It's a nightmare. So I'm gonna keep that at 50 because we need long runs to have a shot. That's how Phoenix works. We're gonna try to bank on that. That's really our settings. Phoenix, it's like another heat trait, because in the heat games you'd have the wreck frequency to like infrequent, and they never wrecked. It's like the same thing here with that for whatever reason. It's weird that there's some patterns that like just drip over into this game. Pull out my handy dandy notebook like Blue's Clues. Yeah, damn right. Freaking get your freaking drawing crayon, and you write yourself a better AI settings. I don't know. So that's what we're going with. Also, going with a setup. We're going with a full-blown, over-the-top, not really over-the-top, but just a full-blown setup. Because you fucking need it in this game. And because I'm insane, we're going to start last in this race too. So that's just, especially with stages, that's going to probably help us out. So we're not going to be completely screwed the whole race. But yeah, 104 seems to be the best with it. I don't know. So that's the settings we're going to go with. And everything. So it's still going to be tough. I don't honestly think I'm even going to win this race, because I think it's still going to be too difficult. But it should be competitive enough to to have a shot. But the setup here, I want to give shout out, because obviously I would never came up with this if it wasn't for somebody online already making one. But it was the
all right, time to go. Remember your goals.
Which setup was it? Because okay, it was it was like Beehole Comb 49. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't, but I'm going off of that. So that's a big help with that. So I thought I would just show this real quick. I know my face cam is blocking a freaking part of it. So yeah, this is what I'm going with as far as the setup's concerned. It's, I think, pretty good. The only minute adjustments I made is just the wedge, making it just a little bit more free, a little more freer. It just felt a little too tight for me. I don't know if they're on a wheel or what exactly. And I think I changed the brake bias a little bit, just because it felt a little too sudden with the style. I just didn't feel as comfortable. So that's really the only two minute changes I did. Everything else is left the same. So this is on 104, so this should at least be competitive enough. 105, I was not even close to, I was barely getting like I was like running 13th. And then I was having it at 104 and I was running about top like 6th to 10th. So maybe 103 would be kind of that perfect balance. And I'm kind of curious what kind of exploits are in the game to make you like really, really fast. Because I know lowering the tire pressure is just all the way down. You just get instant speed. Everything else is unknown to me. But the goal time's at 27.5. We could definitely get 27.4s. I was watching the guy's video, like how he was running around the track. I guess with the setup, you could just go in the corner so much deeper across the board if it's compared to running just like a default setup. You go like deeper in the corner, what feels like an extra 50 or 100 feet. I don't know. It's kind of insane, honestly, just how much deeper you can go into the corner. There you go, 27.4, just like the guy's video, 27.4. But yeah, actually, since I'm live, right? I could just show everything in like really minute detail, like where I brake and shit. Usually, the AI is gonna probably crush me here. Yeah, that's why I adjust the brake bias, because it didn't really like to do that. But the point is, hold on, can I get the camera in a different position? Yeah, we're backing up. This is why we practice. Can I? Thank you, game. Alright, so where the hell do I brake? Where I used to brake before. I can only go 19 miles an hour backwards? Interesting. Maybe that's realistic. I'm pretty sure it is. How can you drive a 16? Because I'm drinking a Celsius energy drink. So where the hell do I brake beforehand? Where I usually would brake before is like the second cone on the wall. So right here is where I used to brake on like default setup. But with the custom setup, you can brake all the way to this, I guess like the bend in the wall, or maybe that cone back there. So you could go in the corner a good chunk deeper. And in 1 and 2, I guess I can show that as well. Because it took me a little bit just to get used to like the new braking points, because it's so different. But you would be braking, I went past it, but screw it, you know. If I can get people freaking, I don't know, this is my stupid handy-dandy guide of driving Phoenix a little bit better, but this only works with setups, in parentheses. So yeah, I would usually brake right around the middle of this sign on the wall. That's usually where I would kind of brake, or slow down at least. With the setup, you can go a little bit deeper, like where that cone is back there, if you can see it. Like, so it's a little bit different. 1 and 2 is definitely a much bigger difference in like where you brake. 3 and 4 is a lot bigger of a difference in braking than 1 and 2. Whatever the magic or science behind it, but that's how it is for me, at least. So yeah. If you want more rotate in the middle of the corner, drop the LR bump. Left rear, I guess, right? I didn't really feel like there was anything wrong with how it drove, honestly. Ooh, I hate that button. Resume practice. I hate how that button flips when you get the goal time. I hate that. It's like, it's the same shit in World of Outlaws as well. So, yeah, it's just, it's one of those things. I never really had a problem with how the setup drove. It didn't really feel... It just felt a little too tight. So I just lowered the wedge, and that was really it. Everything else drove pretty fine. Just want to make sure I get everything good here. And even still, I brake a bit early. I kind of wimp it in the corners, but setup is so much better than default. It's a huge difference. It's actually a shocking difference of how much better it drives. And how much I can just kind of get on the throttle so early, and I don't have to worry about it. So I think I found a good balance with just the wedge adjustment. I probably could lower it further, but it gets too loose for me. For the most part, I'm able to kind of get what I want out of the car. 27. That was a 27.4. I almost broke the freaking guy's video with because he only got a 27.4. I almost got a 27.3. That's interesting, and I didn't even hit the corner perfect. So yeah, as I keep driving Phoenix, I've done this a lot in the last like 48 hours maybe. Phoenix is very, very fun to drive. I can definitely say that much. I hate the cup races here in real life, but at least in the video game land, it's fun to drive. It don't make a whole lot of sense. It's kind of like the New Hampshire logic, where I hate driving it, but I'm also kind of good at it. Well, not in this game, but that's usually the old pattern. But people being like Logano is people trying to play Stairway to Heaven in a guitar shop. Like, you can do one. There's a Beavis and Butthead thing with that, where Beavis he meets a person that looks like Butthead, but it's a normal person, basically, about as normal as possible. And he keeps trying to, he's being like overly nice, trying to show him like a song that he can do, and it's like all off key. And Beavis is just like annoyed. And it's one of those funny instances where Beavis is like the straight man. I don't know, it's funny. I don't know. Modern Beavis and Butthead is still pretty damn good. Mike Judd still got it, so I remember that. I don't know why I think that in particular, but hoping for a Briscoe championship today for many reasons. Gut feeling says it's Byron gets it, Briscoe starts 12th, and the other three literally start first, second, and third. We're starting in the hole. Yeah, I can dream though. And if he wins, it's Truex's setup. If he doesn't, it's not. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. North Hampshire. I wish there was a track in North Hampshire. Be such a badass name. I kind of would like that.
BTW, how the heck do you race with no in-game sound?
I don't know. It's a good question though, but thank you for the 2. I, again, very much appreciate it. I've always not raced with game sound for some reason, and ever since, what, 2015, I've stopped with that. Just because I know it echoes through and it bugs me too much. So I just literally go off of feeling. And that's hard to convey, obviously. I can't convey feeling to anyone of how I drive. I just go off braking markers and the way the car is just the way it looks. I kind of go off instinct, which is very strange. I'm sure other people tried racing like that, they would lose their damn mind because that's so not conventional. But I'm not really a conventional human being, really, if I think about it. So I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. But I got a good practice time there. 27.401 is kind of fucking wild, honestly. Because I never, even in practice, I've only gotten like a 4.45, not a 4.40. But anyways, since we got stages, I do want to see just how much I can get up through the field in stage 1. I'm assuming like top 15, but we're gonna find out. You know, might as well just see. This is more of just curiosity for me. Not because, like, oh, I want to make it harder. Just because I think it's still going to be hard regardless. I just want to... It's one of those things, I'm doing it for me. So, we're going to skip qualifying. We're going to start last. So you're an alien? Do aliens just not have... Do they not... Can they not hear? Is this the lore that I don't know of? Maybe I am. I don't know. Shit, that would explain a lot of things, wouldn't it? I don't know. Anyways, I'm hoping for all the Championship 4 lose. I hope they all crash in the battle of the championships, just like in the garage. That'll be funny. One of these years it's gonna happen. I don't know when. Maybe at Daytona, if they ever do Daytona Talladega as like a Final 4, then maybe that'll happen. Which, with NASCAR, it kind of scares me that that's not even a joke. That might be a possibility someday, because they're bumping that Talladega race. At first, it was in like the round of 16 or something, and then it went to the round of 12, and then now it's to the round of 8. I don't know, but it's like every couple of years that Talladega race is getting closer and closer to the end of the year, and it wouldn't surprise me. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna race. So. Yeah, I'm a little scared. But 312 lap race. We're hypothetically got a penalty, and now we're in the back. That's the lore I'm going to go with. We have the same microwave, must be popular. It must be. I don't know when on earth I got that microwave. We're going back. years and years now. It might have been at Walmart. I think on the back of it, it says Walmart. So that's probably where it came from.
Inside now. One low.
Oh boy. I didn't know we were going to be that much.
One bottom.
Damn, car. I'm up here.
One out.
Jeez.
One on the bottom.
Okay, yeah, these are much slower cars.
Clear bottom.
Yeah, 60 lap stage. Our fuel is, what, 90 laps? So we could probably even go further than that just by saving around the track naturally.
Clear high if you want it.
So it should be totally fine for stage 1 to not pit, which is kind of boring.
One outside.
Also, I have to kind of pay attention to, because sometimes in turn 1, if you slow down too much, it puts you in 3rd gear, and it makes the car super loose. Now, I don't know if the game, I heard something that it fixed the restarts for paddle users. Now, I should have tried that last night just to kind of confirm it, because it'll be nice to just go back to manual, because it'll be a lot more funner to drive that way.
One on the bottom. Clear inside.
But I just haven't gotten to that yet. I just forgot. I haven't really thought about it until now.
Car outside.
Oh boy, 3 wide in the middle with Stenhouse a part of this is a scary combination. Like the Aaron's 38 though, that looks good.
One inside.
Ooh boy, alright, there we go. Truex running 30th in that car, that is actually above average for him. Good for him. I can't wait for this game to be on PC. I would love for I hope the game can get modded and I can just get access or have someone make Truex really competitive. That's all I want. Get Truex to be a top 5 car. That's all I want. Just give me that and I'll be fine. That's the only modding I want. Yeah, we're getting up to the field. Pretty alright. It does get to a point, it's kind of like in the Heat games, it does get to a certain point where we're getting somewhere around the top 15, that's where it starts getting a lot tougher and tougher to make passes.
Stay low. Car inside.
I did lower the AI consistency a little bit, so I'm curious of how much that's going to affect them. Because they're generally pretty consistent.
Stay high.
And I don't know if I don't really pay attention enough to my lap times to know. And again, since I only can see it like every other lap, I don't know how consistent I am. I don't know if I'm on that level yet.
Still there.
Oh, Torres. I wish I could have got through that corner better. This is your worst track? I don't, is this my best track? Maybe Gateway might be my best track, because I raced there for the first time ever online and won in a track I had no prior history of, so maybe Gateway is going to be, like, good for me. Somehow. I don't know.
Stay low. Outside now. Clear high.
Especially in 3 and 4, there's just a lot of cars. That and just, I don't know, there's just, we get so much of a run through there. I always have to kind of check up a lot. But it's interesting that you can kind of run the middle and be just as fast. You can, I was experimenting with all different ways to kind of get through 1 and 2. Going in the corner like super duper high and then just cut it way down low also seems to help. It doesn't really feel like you lose time doing that. Even in 3 and 4, you can almost kind of run this middle and be okay. It's just a lot of options you can kind of do, which I very much appreciate in this game that you can just do. That you're able to do that. Best track is Kansas. Yeah, Kansas can probably be a lot of fun. We're in about, what, 9 laps. We went from last to 22nd. That's
Clear.
all right. Okay. Okay. See, now went to 3rd gear. See, I don't like that. It makes the car too loose. So lap traffic should be an issue at some point. I think it takes them well over 20 laps for them to catch lap traffic, so that'll definitely be a factor. I don't know when exactly. And eventually the tire wear should go into our favor. I don't know if we're going to have enough laps in stage 1 to show that. They're what, running 27.6s though. Jesus Christ, that's kind of fast.
One high.
Eventually we're going to get to a point it's going to get much harder to pass everyone.
Clear, all clear.
Don't know what position that is definitively, I always think it's around the top 15. But this top 20 is starting to get at least a little bit tougher, because it took me a little bit to get by John Hunter. 27.8, that was my fastest lap of the race, but that was dealing with a bunch of a bunch of slower cars. At least in stage 2, we're going to have a lot more track position. And should fare out a little bit better. I was kind of predicting in stage 1 we would be just running like top 15. But that's where the position we would eventually get to. Might be some truth to that, because we're about to crack 20th here on McDowell. And at least on the list, and again, another best lap, we're barely off the leader.
Still there.
Oh man, we'll see.
Still
Yeah,
there.
Allmendinger is I like this paint scheme. It's very simple. I think last year my big thing was the was it last year? I can't remember. I did technically stream last year, but it was literally like, yeah, I did. Never mind. And so it's that gap from my last live stream was in January, and then before then was October of 24. But yeah, before then, yeah, I think I was a big kick on the Circle car, which I went on a whole rant about Circle and how just expensive it is.
Clear outside.
And all that shit.
Outside now.
I guess I can go on that rant, right? Because this is going to be a long race. You know, it's just, might as well go on. It's almost like a freaking podcast while racing somewhat. It's a very unconventional live stream. That's kind of what I'm all about. In terms of just what you get. Because it could be anything. But also it kind of goes into just... Ooh, that was a little bit tight there, but... Kind of goes into a lot of things, right? Like, usually, it always feels like if I go off tangent, or just go on random topics, I almost seem to run better than if I were to focus. And that's kind of weird, because my simpleton brain barely can do two things at once, but with this in particular, I somehow can. Like, I can't chew bubblegum and do something else without somehow messing up. So, don't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, I would be the race car driver to, like, probably listen to music while freaking racing and be better doing that. And it's so ass backwards.
Clear all around.
But yeah, the Circle water rant, because I went on this a long time ago, like a little over a year ago. But, since we're talking about it, I might as well just go into a tangent. So, when I went to Pocono in last year, I wanted to try it because they were promoting it and it was free. I was like, screw it, free water, all right. As I'm standing in line, it wants you to do something on the phone to like scan it. I don't know what it all exactly was, but I couldn't get the app to load properly, and I guess they didn't care. They're like, whatever. It's like, oh, thank God, I stand in line all this time. Would have really sucked to be like, well, we can't give you the samples because, you think the phone works. So they were at least chill with that. So I very much appreciated that part of it. But yeah, so I got the water, and I thought it's gonna be, they're gonna fill it like all the way, and it's like, no, it's just like a tiny bit. It's like a little tiny sample. Essentially, you get to ask for whatever filter you want, which I don't know what I exactly went with back then. And it was a very, like, you stand in line all this time, and it's just like a little bit of water, and it's like, oh man. I don't know why I thought there would be more in it. It's not like it said anywhere on the tent like this is samples. So I just thought, oh, you're just going to get a full cup of it, or a full bottle, because they give you a free bottle and everything. And I drank it, and I was like, it's good. The concept of upping up the intensity of that flavor, because you get like from like 1 to 6 on the pressure, on like the levelers, I guess they call it. So you can get your flavor as strong as possible, or you can have none of it and have it at like 0. So I think I experimented with it. I think I tried 1 at 6, and that was like really, really strong, and then I just went to 3. I don't know what the freaking levels were, if it was 6 or 5. I think I stayed at like 2, and that was kind of like the amount I wanted from it. And I drank that sample, and I was like, all right, well, I'm out of that, so I'm just going to get, like, a Dasani, because that's, like, all they had to work with there. Which I'm not really a fan of Dasani, because I think Dasani's, like, the grossest type of water, but desperate water comes for desperate measures. So, I had that instead. And I poured that in, like, the bottle, and I lost really much of my, like, the strength of the water, like, halfway through. It's like, don't tell me the filter is only good for, like, one bottle, and then that's it. That's not enough. That's such a... It was kind of bullshit. Especially because I waited in line for so damn long. Not only did you barely get much, like, water of any kind, which that's one thing, but when I pour the Dasani into it and fill it back up, it, like, the filter lost all of its strength. So don't tell me the filter is only good for one bottle's worth, and then you have to buy a new filter. It's like you're spending more than really saving. At that point, just fucking drink tap water. Be way more cheaper than finagling around with the settings, the freaking taste, and the filter dies too early. If the filter just lasted you know, I don't even know if it's like a full bottle, because there was only like a quarter of it full before, and then I filled it up like all the way. So I don't even know if I got a true one bottle's worth before I lost that, like, flavor, because it felt like it was like 3/4 through that. So I don't even know if I even got like a full bottle's worth from that filter of, like, the taste. And again, the filter, I had one sip on level 6 or 5, and then the rest was at level 2. So it wasn't like I was having it on, like, the highest setting imaginable, to the point where, you know, it makes sense, because obviously if you have it on a higher level, it's gonna go out quicker. Like, that's usually how it goes. But I had it on a 2. It was like it's kind of like middle of the road, and it burned off that quickly. So what would level 5 be? Would I lose the entire flavor, like, halfway through that bottle? Like, it was just a waste. It just felt like one of those things where it feels like it's really good, but then when you actually put it into I like the concept of, like, leveling the water, of, like, the intensity of you want for the flavor, but it's gotta last more than one bottle. Whatever fluid ounces that contained, I don't know, because that was just ridiculous going through that many. And the filters are, like, I don't know how much it was, but you'd be burning through freaking filters like crazy, like, every week. So that was annoying. And also I hit the wall there, so that wasn't really fun, was it? Josh Berry's actually running pretty admirable. Kuma would like that a lot. I wish he watched my streams. I don't know where he is. So, well, we got in the top 15 as I was kind of prophesizing. Blaney's finally hit lap traffic. Gotta try Celsius at some point, people do. Yeah, Celsius is fine. I would definitely prefer my Monster Rehab, just because the taste is much smoother, and if you're not, it's one of those dangerous drinks, because you can drink a whole can and not even notice it. It's like iced tea. It's, like, so smooth. And also you just get more in a can, so Celsius you don't get as much. But in terms of energy, it feels about the same. I don't really notice, like, a huge difference from one energy drink to the next in terms of that. But it is interesting to try, and it feels like the older I get, the more I need some kind of kick in me, within reason. Yeah, I might have burnt the tires up too much just trying to get up to this position. I mean, we're not really losing too much time. Josh qualified 7th. That's good to hear. I like Josh Berry. It's just a shame he's in that car, because, I mean, he's not going to get the most out of that car. But he ran, what, 2nd at New Hampshire, I heard? I mean, that's like a random good run for him, but at least he got a win this year. I kind of forget that he won earlier in the year. Celsius 200 milligrams of caffeine. Yes, it does. Probably explains the energy. Monster Rehab sounds like a build. It sounded... Chugging... It's... My sister got me into drinking that, and it's totally good. I enjoy it. Because, again, I guess the preference, even before now, we're actually halfway through the stage, but I guess for context, I'm not, like, before, like, the last year, I really haven't been much, like, of a Monster Energy or Red Bull fan, just because the taste is so bad. I can't stand the way it tastes. It almost feels like you're drinking gasoline, or it just burns. So, I really don't like it, but the C4s, the Rehab, and the Celsius, when you drink it, it's not like it's burning you, and it's like painful and shit. Well, I guess not literally, but like, it's more pleasant to drink. You know, when you want to drink something, you don't want to be like feeling like it's like acid, so it's not my thing. Those just aren't my thing, for whatever the reason. Which is probably a good thing, because they're probably way worse than Rehab. I don't know, no expert, but again, I try to just do it in moderation. I only have one twice a week, and it's really for just a live stream. Saturday was kind of an exception, just because I was trying out Celsius for the first time, so I'll give myself a bit of a paddle smacking for breaking my rule. But yeah, Riot Energy. I've never had Riot Energy. I don't even know if I have them in my area.
One outside.
Once Busher gets the DLC, like the Cinnamon Toast car, I might be running that car a lot more. That Cinnamon Toast car, I know JC 1424, I think has the shirt for it. And I saw the like the actual car, like a picture of it. It looked really fucking good. That might be my favorite paint scheme of the entire year, is that Cinnamon Toast car. It looks really freaking good. And also, I'm a big Cinnamon Toast Crunch fan.
Clear low if you want it.
So, I remember you used to eat that a lot. So, yeah, it's a good freaking paint scheme. Riot is a small company that only have a few employees. Oh, so Viper is supporting a small business. Hey, I respect that. I really do. I get it. We used to get, it's gonna sound gross, but my state we're like not too far away or within driving distance to like Amish country. There's certain Amish products that you can get. One of them is called,
Outside door.
it's soap, but they call it goat's milk, and it sounds way grosser than what it is, but it's good type of freaking hand soap. It's really good, and they give you like, it's like a brick. It's like a thick freaking brick soap. Soap bar, not the freaking puny shit you get at the store. It's like a brick. So, and that's really good. And that's like a local, like, company of sorts. So it's not company, but I guess, you know, not a big name brand or anything. So I get that. I respect that. It's really cool. So that's kind of neat. I didn't know about Riot. I need to, maybe it's in my area and it's not, and I haven't paid attention to the brand. I don't know. Are these streams going to turn into like me trying a different type of energy drink? Is that what's going to turn into? I mean, that'd be kind of good as like a compilation video of sorts, like compiling every time I keep drinking different types of energy drinks to give my thoughts on it. Eventually I'll go through all the main ones. I mean, that would be interesting. That would take months and months probably to do, but that's a dumb idea I could probably do. Can I have that as a tax write-off? It's part of the business. It would add up after a while. I could probably make it work. But yep, we're mostly through the stage. We're running 12th. We're about matching the leaders' times somewhat, but again, they're still way out there. I think even at 104, they're still a bit too fast, like to the point where I can't really keep up. We're burning our right front a lot, which probably isn't part of me really pushing it earlier in the stage. Beginning of the race, just trying to get up to the field. I heard that even when the tires hit 0, they don't pop, so you could just... I guess there's no limit. I don't know if we're going to actually experiment with that. But I don't know. Yeah, 104, it almost feels like it's doable, but the AI still have such a big advantage. We did gain a 10th on that lap, so... maybe this is going to be the point in the run where we're going to have that advantage. I know that's a thing here at Phoenix, that eventually it gets to the point where we have the tire advantage over them. But if it takes 45 laps, it's almost halfway into the fuel run. Chase Briscoe's running 11th here. That's not good for the simulation. Xfinity Series race was a joke. No way in hell I'm going to say Jesse. Yeah, I agree. It's such a bullshit. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree. It's a shame because the race itself, if I take the championship out of the total equation, it was a fucking really good race. I really love Phoenix with Xfinity cars is genuinely really freaking good. I love it. But championship-wise, I hate it. I hate the one race shit. It doesn't matter what track you go to. It doesn't matter if it's Homestead. One race, winner take all is stupid. I guess the only thing I can even say is Homestead's a better track than Phoenix, but that doesn't really solve the problem. Anyways, we got the spot on Briscoe, so repeat 11. Looks like Briscoe's probably not going to be the simulated champion. The game might honestly just pick Byron because his AI is just like super OP here. I don't know where everybody else is running, but Larson's there, so that's technically 3rd place virtually. And the other 2 is going to be Hamlin's probably somewhere, and then Byron's probably top 5. I don't know, but might actually get some stage points out of this. And we're still continuously getting faster. So at least we're going to get stage points, and obviously now it's starting to get a lot harder to make up passes. But yeah, thank you, Phantom, for stopping by. I'm sorry, it's really... I know somebody mentioned it to me about getting the... like streaming on PlayStation, which is an idea, because it can do that. I guess PlayStation 5 is very streamer friendly with that. I was looking into it. It does seem possible. I was gonna do that, but how do I do like face cam? How do I work that into it? I guess I could see chat literally on this screen, so I don't have to look over, because that constantly distracts me so much, too much, which is unfortunate because I want to look at chat a lot more. But I don't know how you would even set the face cam up. How would you set the alerts up? Can I not change screens, probably? Like the scenes? Just seem like I'll be losing too much production value. I know that sounds stupid of me saying because there's not much to begin with, but... I don't know. I really lost time that lap. I think I was just being very gingerly on trying to pass Larson here. It's my fault, I guess. I don't know, but no, if I didn't hit him there, maybe I would have gotten to the side of him. We're definitely faster than because we're out the boop boop. That's a little sideways there. That's a little scary. 12.4. Weren't we about 13 seconds back from Ryan Blaney at one point? So there's some progress on gaining on him. Oh, that transition, though. Oh, my lord. I did not like that at all. Self-Nectarine Boy. You're damn right I'm Nectarine Boy. I'm the best Nectarine there ever freaking will be. I don't know if that's ever... Oh, God, yeah. I'm not surprised. The freaking tires were shot. With a lot of laps left on the tires, too. Or a lot of fuel left. 39. Jesus Christ, we can go, well, a long time. Yeah, I lost way too much time dicking with all that, because we were like under 12 seconds, so I lost like a good second with all that. Car is definitely pretty close to matching the leader. Somewhat. Obviously, that lap we were actually pretty close. Yeah, 104 almost seems to be kind of pushing that limit of... That's with setups, too, which is even more insane. I really thought with like a setup like 105 would be the way to go, but at least with Phoenix, 104, maybe 103 might be perfect. But stage 2, we're gonna have a lot more track position, so we shouldn't be, you know, at least 13 seconds back. At least like I can't imagine. I'm not even the best banana. I'm like bottom C tier. JC, you're like a freaking A- tier banana. What are you talking about? I only give an A- because there's always gonna be probably someone better. Banana tier wise. That is probably the nicest thing I've ever said. Anyways, we got by Larson. Freaking Vogs. I don't know how to say his name. Someone figured that out for me. I just Vogs dressed up as a banana at work and JC tagged me on it. That was hilarious. Anyways, Bubba's for position. We might be able to get him. There's probably a lot of cars a lap down that I don't know of because if 9th place is 13, like almost half a lap behind, where the hell is everybody else at? That's what I want to know. It's a good run. We're going to be 3 wide in the middle with Balicki here. That's going to be awkward. Bubba, excuse me, car high.
Clear high if you want it. Clear low. 1 on the bottom. Clear low. 1 on the bottom.
Probably shouldn't be making this pass up on the high lane here. Alright. I thought he was going to freaking cut up in front of under Nemechek there, but that didn't happen. It's going to be my biggest problem, because now these cars, at this point, are much more competitive, so it's getting a lot harder to make these pass up. Unless I cut the dog leg, that might help too. There we go, got to the inside of him. As long as we stay side by side with him, or not. Car got a little unsettled there, but okay, we got the position, we got the angle. We can barrel it into 3 and 4 way deeper than they can. And there we go, P8. As the stage is going to come to a close. We cut the lead down a little bit. It was like 13 something. Now it's 12.5. So making some time up. We're definitely a little bit faster, but it takes 45 laps for that to really kick in. So it's a very clean and green race. Nah, most bananas are better. JC, you're like in the top probably 50 best bananas out there. Can't just freaking lower your expectations like that. Yep, last lap on the stage. We're going to bring it home 8th for sure because 7th is way too far up there. Blaney's going to get the stage win in a Penske car. I mean, who's really shocked about that? But, yeah. And Hamlin 6, so Byron is currently leading at the championship 4, which might be the best predicted. The game might predict that. It's predicted, well, I guess it hasn't technically predicted everything right, but yeah, we'll bring it home 8th in stage 1. It's a very short stage. If it was a Winston Cup, Zilch would have had a 500-point lead. I think in real life he had like 300 something, but if he just ran the other 2 races, he probably would have gotten close to 500, probably. Other news, Mama Smith hype man in NASCAR had a melt on Twitter one the other day. Yeah, I mentioned on my video, I don't know what really to say other than Jesus Christ, what a fucking take. God damn. Murph should be called Kumquat Boy. Ew, oh. Vogies. Okay. If that's how it is, then I apologize. In Gary Owen's stream, Hamlin won the race, so probably between Hamlin and Byron. That makes sense. Fun fact, Harman and Love both won Daytona at the start of the year. And maybe Byron gets that done. Oh, that's a pattern. It's definitely a pattern. I wouldn't be shocked, I guess. That would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Be like the first time a video game covered driver wins the championship in the year that it comes out. Because usually there's been like a history of bad luck with that. It's a shame because Bell could be a 2-time champion after today, but no, he's not a Final Four. Yep. Bell would probably be like superstar caliber if this format didn't exist and they promoted him right. Like they can make him into a, high caliber driver of like prestige. But no, Bell's just gonna be looked at as a freaking scrub that can't get it done. It's stupid. Well, I'm going to pit, obviously. Everybody else is pitting. We're going to go 4 tires and fuel. Keep everything as is. No repair damage.
10-4. All right.
Don't know how many people are on lead lap, but at least it's more than 12. Another way to say it is Voiges. Voiges. Voigi. It sounds like Luigi, but with like a V at the beginning of it.
You're ready now.
Yeah, here we go. We got more track position this time. Bell took the lead during that pit cycle. So, we're going to see how this shakes out. So, stage 2 is going to be a lot longer. 125 laps. Definitely double the race length. So, we'll definitely have to pit in this stage.
Stay low.
I really wish I could just see the leaderboard. Just who's on lead lap, who isn't.
Stay low.
Like how many cars are a lap down after that one stage. I know it's 60 laps, but just having that option would be really nice. I'm going to try to be a little bit careful with this car at the start of the run to not barrel it in the corners 100%, just to save the tires a little bit more,
Clear outside.
because I think we're going to really need that for this incredibly long run, because our tires were pretty burnt
One bottom.
after the first stage, and that was after 60 laps, and we still need to kind of go an extra 30, something like that. I guess in theory we could just split the stage in half and pit around lap 62. Could just in theory do that. Yeah, 3 and 4, we're just really freaking faster there. But it doesn't really seem like that. That's the frustrating thing, is even though I'm trying to be careful on saving tires, the AI don't really race like that.
Outside now.
They really feel like they just go 100% the whole time. There's no tire conservation, but I kind of have to. Their short run speed is just insane. Like, their pace is clearly going 100%.
You're all clear.
If I do that, I feel like I burn myself up way more, which is realistic, but like I wish the AI would have that type of knowledge to do that. This setup, it corners so freaking good. It rotates through the corners really good. Compared to default, 1 and 2, it didn't seem like no matter how I approached the corners,
Car outside.
I would always lose time.
Clear up.
But with the setup, however it's adjusted, it's really freaking good with that. That was my best lap of the race, too. Now it's not really... That was with bumping someone, so like I probably got slowed down from doing that. Yep, we're going to have at least the track position. We shouldn't lose that much time.
Inside door. You're all clear.
So, the gap should not be 12 seconds this stage. It should be a lot shorter.
Inside now.
Well, Larson's trying something. And he's not quite clear. I could probably...
Stay high.
Nope. I couldn't.
Inside door.
And I'll get a little bit of a run, but it looks like he's going to get by me. So,
Still there.
7th is probably where we're going to chill for a while. And we're going to lose a lot of time to the leader.
Clear left.
Bell's leading. In all of the races I've done off camera, Bell was always the one leading. It was really kind of a mixture of Bell and Blaney. That's what it kind of, I've noticed.
Car high.
Right now, Byron, I think, is 2nd. I can't tell. I don't know who the hell is up there. Logano, I think, is 3rd. Like a place almost looks like Chase Elliott. So, where the hell is Byron? Is he running 2nd? I can't tell.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Yeah, Byron's behind me. So currently Hamlin is the Championship 4 leader. So that's interesting. I thought something happened to Byron during the pit cycles, maybe?
Clear bottom.
I don't know, because I thought he was running in like 2nd. I don't know where he was running before, but I definitely was not racing around him in stage 1. But it seems like Larson's probably going to get by me here eventually, because he's just hounding me from behind. What's really lame is the way these stages are distributed anymore. Because stage 1's super short, stage 2 is incredibly long, and then the third stage is basically the same length as stage 2. I don't understand why they do it like this. Why can't they have it to where the first 2 stages are short, and then you save the longest run of the race for the last stage, and then so it feels like a longer race, because stage 2 and 3 feel like the same thing in terms of length, and that's kind of stupid. I really wish it was not like that.
Inside. Clear inside.
Yeah, or just... I mean, unless we get some kind of long run, which that might be a thing, because it takes like 45 blasts for that to kind of kick in. But they're just so fucking fast in the short run. It's insane.
One on the bottom.
And it's frustrating because it feels like they could just go all out the whole time. I can't really do that. So we're back to where we're running in stage 1. I don't know. We're gonna see what this car could do in a long run. Got 30 laps to figure that out, so that's gonna be 30 laps of losing time to leader by a couple tenths. Yeah, 104 is really fucking hard, even with the setup. I can't be driving the track that horribly wrong. So yeah, Bell is completely checked out from everybody else. The only way I can gain any sort of time is just cutting the dog leg, but we got position on Byron here, just doing that, so we can get through 3 and 4 as long as we just nail that corner decently and keep that bottom lane. Position should be ours, and it is beautiful. We reclaimed 7th, 7 for Allen. We're driving a 16 car, 6 plus 1 is 7. There's some Illuminati references, I'm sure, that could be coupled into all that. So, symbolism. Where's your fuel mileage chart for ARCA? I haven't gotten there yet. Andy Jacob, wow, videos. Okay, yeah. Yeah, for 25. Okay, I think I have it off of memory here. I can guide you here. So, the only tracks I have adjusted the AI's fuel consumption is Phoenix and Richmond and some other track I can't think of at the moment because Byron is really, really stressing me the fuck out right now. Those are the 2. There's a third one somewhere. Barely clear. Byron is really, really putting up a fight. I admire it, but I don't. I want to, but I don't. It's just very stressful.
Clear inside. Car inside.
Where's Jordan Clark? He usually likes it when I struggle in these races where I'm not just dominating. And this is like probably about where he thinks I should be running. It's honestly kind of insane thinking about it. Just yeah, 104, we just do not have a chance in hell to even have the lead. I thought, because I was running 103 with just the tire pressure adjustments, and that's it. And I felt it was going to be too easy. I thought 104 with a full custom set, it really does feel like once you get to that 103 range, or that 104 range, then it's like all of a sudden the game just ramps up difficulty a ton. Like those extra 2 tenths are really, really hard to like gain on them. But interestingly enough, the pace of the field, or at least somebody is stacking up. There's just like a lot more of a wad of cars. I don't know if Logano's holding them all up, but we're having 3 of the championship 4 all together, except for Briscoe, which makes me very anxious for the race, because if that's the case where Briscoe's just a non-factor and has no shot, then I'm going to be very upset. More upset for Clable than anything, but like, somebody's stacking someone up here, because it's just like all of a sudden somebody's just kind of not keeping up. I don't know. Phoenix is your next one. Yeah, Phoenix, 25%. with 4 times wear, the idea of the fuel consumption, fuel consumption is 25. That seems to work because then you could pit on lap 19, and then the AI will pit.
Outside. Clear outside.
I appreciate Larson kind of giving me room there, but I knew I fucked up that corner. Let's bring up the freaking lap times here because I know I'm probably 27.8 still. Jesus Christ. I mean, I kind of fucked up that last lap, so that's not a real accurate depiction. Still 0.3 off though. Took Bell, what, 23 laps to catch lap traffic? Now it seems like the pace of the field is going. I don't know. Now it feels like we're on the the receiving end of losing time again. I don't know. I mean, we're just gonna have to wait another 20 laps for the car to kick in. I know lap traffic's going to probably help a little bit with this, probably slowing Bell up, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Fuel consumption, oh boy, what have you done? Yeah, I done fumbled that word, didn't I? I'm on that restart from 10th to 2nd was the most badass thing I've ever seen in series in quite a while. It was the most badass thing under the most dumbest of circumstances. I know Mama Smith probably liked that a lot because that's like shining the brightest or some shit. But it was stupid that he damn near lost the whole championship. Or was it is fucking ridiculous. They're gonna have that snapshot as like why the track's amazing because 7 wide. Well, I did lower their consistency just slightly. But again, it doesn't... I've lowered it only by 10, but it doesn't really feel like a... I don't know, a huge difference. I don't know. With lap traffic here, maybe we get some spots off that. Yeah, disaster was averted for trucks, thank God. It was almost going to be a nuclear disaster. I'll have to look. I don't know why I have the worst timing of catching fucking lap cars. I don't know what luck I have. It just seems like I always get to them at the worst frickin' time imaginable, and the AI just more often than not, at least at this track, they just always get through it without any problems. And it's so fucking frustrating. I noticed that a lot when I was practicing off camera, just how often my times were compromised because I was being held up. Like even 3 and 4 there, I had to compromise my entire corner just to get by them. It just seems like it never happens for the AI here. Which is funny because Bristol, the AI are terrible at getting around cars, but then here they're just like amazingly good at it. So I don't know. I'm definitely not winning this race today, I can tell you that, just the way this is going. Even if I had the wreck frequency up a ton, we don't even have short run speed to do anything. The long run is like all we got. And even then, it's kind of like a Martinsville situation last week where there was that one run where we were like 16 seconds back from leader, and then as the tires kind of wear kicked in our favor, we gained like 12 seconds. But that gap wasn't enough to really make up a difference because we were like 16 seconds back, so. The tire wear disparity, at least for Martinsville, was just absolutely out of control. Lights were so bright we're watching blind. That's a good one. That's a good one. 8 out of 10. 28.1, 28.2. Still, feels like 103 would probably be better compared to 104. It's crazy though. The 10th place is 10 seconds back. I think at stage 1 we were like still like 12 seconds back. Our car was definitely coming to life by that point. We got like 13 more laps and our car is going to finally have more pace, I hope. I hope to God it will be. I was messing around with just sliders and shit. And again, I shouldn't have to be fucking with sliders and combinations to just try to get like an experience I want. It's so exhausting. It's very nice when you go to Thunder 04 and you just have it on one thing and then you're pretty much good. Here it's like 50, 40 different, hundreds of different combinations. I had my tire grip to more grip and I didn't really notice much in terms of like the tire wear. I didn't really feel like I was wearing them any differently, but our pace, I don't know, it was so huge on the long run. It was insane. And it didn't really feel right because I was going from being like 10 seconds back and then running down the leader. And it's just like, that doesn't really feel right either. But it's so hard to find that right goddamn balance. And it's stupid because it shouldn't be like that. You should, in theory, just have it set to default and it just be fine. Not to where... And again, like, I don't know how you really cope with that. Like, I guess I can make the car be really, really equal with them on the short run, but then when the long run comes in, then we're going to be, like, absurdly fast. Do I want to just like, be equal with them on a short run? Just to then gain, like, 10 seconds on them on the long run? There was one race I did in Xfinity off camera. I was practicing for that earlier in the week. There's just a lot of random fucking stories. There was like a yellow early in the race because I wrecked someone like 6 laps into the race, or 10. It was not a huge amount. And this was like 100% race link too. Like 10 laps. And I pitted, got my fuel and tires because none of the AI pitted. And then we damn near lapped the whole field on 10 lap fresher tires. And it's like, well, how the fuck, what do I do to fix that? That's kind of insane. I don't know if I can recreate that again somehow. Or if I'm misremembering the race lengths. Maybe it was 4 times wear. And it was like 5 laps to the 10. I can't remember the exact fucking details. Again, I really should like documented it somehow. Also, we gained a spot. That's also very huge because that's like the first positive I can say in the stage is gaining a position. Let's look at the intervals here. So we about matched the leader's time last lap.
Outside door.
That's not really a great corner there, but it put me in 3rd gear, which I don't like.
One outside. Clear.
Well, we have, what, 6th, 5th, and 4th, I think, all right there. That was a good 3 and 4 there. That was a very good 3 and 4. 28.1 for the leaders, 28.2 still. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's either we're barely faster or barely slower, and it's just not a big enough gap, but tire wear should be coming into factor eventually for us, and we'll start gaining on them for the next 45 laps or something, I don't know, to make up this deficit. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Done a lot of practice races on like 25% with normal wear. I haven't done like 100% practice races because I didn't really feel like spending 3 hours. But we're going to see what this can do. I mean, lap traffic's going to help. Now we're starting to have an advantage. I think this is where it's going to start to come in eventually. We're right at that window. I know lap traffic might be playing some role to that. Because look at the cars in front of us. Like, holy shit. There's a lot of lap cars there. So we're just going to go where they aren't. Yeah, frickin' Justin Haley stacking up people. Eric Jones stacking up Byron. Byron's just going to try to go 3 wide, but he's going to have Michael McDowell there to potentially get held up. Yep, thank you, McDowell. I appreciate it. Just box him in. Box Byron in.
Car outside.
There we go. Beautiful. I'll take that position. It was kind of bullshit under the circumstances, but I'll take a 6th. And Logano is, I guess, stacked now. So that's 5th, 4th, and 3rd all right there in front of us.
Inside now.
Now they don't have lap traffic, so we're going to see what happens. That was actually a good 1 and 2. Oh, Blaney's being a little defensive, or maybe he's trying to pass Hamlin. I don't know, but it looked like it's being defensive.
Car low.
There we go. That's a good run. Logano acts like he's a lap down. His pace is off. It's unusually so. We're going to try to run this top here. It just seems like he's stacking up this. This is weird how this is playing out, because he's just fast enough, but also at the same time just slow enough. I can't explain it. It's very weird.
Hold your line. One bottom.
We got one spot.
Clear inside.
Well, we're 5th, but we're so far behind the leader, it's kind of insane. But Hamlin currently is our championship 4 leader. Byron's definitely in the mix. I can at least see him.
Outside. Clear up top.
Now 25. It's we're still losing time. It's weird. Run top 5, but we're also like 9 seconds back probably, or 8, whatever that number is at this point. Yeah, 8 seconds. Like, holy shit, the disparity between the top 3 is just insane. I guess the top 2, I guess, technically. Now he's got to find a way around Logano. Van Gisbergen might hold up Hamlin. No, he's not. Oh, Logano's going to go 3 wide. What a badass. Just, you know, that feels very in line with Logano to do something like that.
Outside now. All clear.
Oh, we're definitely in the mix of all this. Like, at least we're racing someone for the first, felt like 30 laps of this stage. We're just by ourselves. The car is definitely stepping out, so it's definitely being loose. Once you get to somehow eventually by Logano and Hamlin, I have a pretty much clear sailing for a while, so we can kind of try the track a little more better. At least a little more the way I want to, because I'm backing off turns 3 and 4 so much
Clear high if you want it.
to not hit anyone.
Car low.
Just get such a good run through it.
Clear low if you want it. One up high.
There's a bad angle in the corner, isn't it? I've got the inside of Hamlin now. If we could just do that and keep that in 3 and 4, it looks like we're going to do. So this should be how we get the position here. Make the corner a little bit easy because we don't really have the best of angles, but a little drift. But we got the spot, P4. That felt like an actual accomplishment there to get that. So I'm very happy.
Outside now.
It was a good corner there, I think.
You're all clear.
Yeah, 3 and 4. I don't know what it is. Just get such a big rotate through that corner. So freaking good. Can Logano get held up? Oh, yes, he will. Thank you, Balicki. Thank you. We'll box Logano, or I guess I tried to. Couldn't really quite get that. Used the one of the yellow line there, helped that car turn a bit.
Stay low.
Now we got the position. Now we got the angle I want, more or less. There we go. By Logano, by field. Now we'll be in 3rd for a while. 8.2. We're still. Jesus Christ, Elliott is 5 seconds back. Oh God. All right. That was.
If you want it.
Sometimes if you hit the AI a certain way, and like that results in a wreck. Times here because 28.4. And that's a 28.2, so we're definitely gaining, but they might be in lap traffic too. That might be another big factor playing into this. At least we're third. We're gonna see what the rest of this run brings the car.
Car outside.
28.5. That's gonna be 28.3. So we're gaining a little bit, and it's just, you know, being 8 seconds back. I can't imagine we're gonna make up that time. Kind of curious how long I can go on tires, because I mean our rights are destroyed.
Clear high if you want it.
I'm kind of curious how much I can even push it, because we still got 36 laps on. There's no way those tires are going to last, which is very interesting for the last stage. I guess it's not going to matter too much because our pit window is technically open. Like, we can pit at any point and be fine to make it to the end, which is going to be the same verse for the last stage as well. So I don't think it's going to matter if we undercut the field too much. It depends on how long they last too. Because if you could just go all the way to 0 and they don't pop, then I mean, I guess it would be fine. So I don't know. We're gonna see what the setup brings, but it's a shame because it's really fast and it's really comfortable feeling. But I don't know if it's good for like super duper long runs per se, especially with how the tires we're wearing. And I don't know what I could really do to fix that. I could be more gentler, a little more careful. But then the AI are just gonna like destroy me even more. I don't know where that balance is needed. Now we're just gonna be chilling in third for a while. There's not much really at stake. It's gonna be very chill. This is the part of the video where I would edit all this out because nothing much is happening. So I don't know. We're 7.5, so gained a little bit. We were like 8.2 before, so progress.
Car low.
It's a shame because now the car is starting to come to life, but
Stay high.
we're nearing.
Clear inside.
It's kind of like what I experienced in a championship mode, where it's just, granted that was a much shorter race, but it feels like the first 15 laps the car is terrible, and then the last 5 or 6 laps the car has an advantage on the AI. But by that point, the AI have such a gap, you can't make up all that time in 6 laps. I see Chase Elliott in front of me, which is very interesting. So that's kind of comforting to see. And Ty Gibbs, I don't know where he was going to run there. I thought he was going to kind of stay in the middle.
Outside door.
Kind of hurt my lap a little bit.
They're outside.
Yeah, I somehow Chase Elliott's here. He must have really fallen off because he was only about 5 seconds back from the leader at one point. Now, lap traffic must be royally screwing him.
All clear.
I have the AI skill set to 50, which I thought was a decent number for a long run because it took about 25 laps for a leader to catch lap cars. I don't know if that's going to be totally realistic. I think it probably would take longer with how these cars are, but I said screw it. Yeah, right there with Chase Elliott, so we're still gaining on the leader, though. That was a really good run through 1 and 2. Set this up in 3 and 4, get to the inside of them here. Take the corner a little bit easy.
Stay low.
There we go, beautiful. P2. Now we got to somehow run down Bell, who is 6.8, so we're still gaining time. Still gained even in that last lap, so we're slowly, ever so slightly chipping away at the lead. It's just a big gap. Bell is disgustingly fast. It's definitely part of the run where where it gets fun again. Just because I'm able to do something. And even this deep into the run, the car still drives fine. It's definitely a bit tighter, but it drives fine. There's really nothing I can say about that's like bad or anything with it. Setup's pretty good. Very good, in fact. There's a lot of lap cars in front of Bell. Another tenth and a half, something cut away. Love to know how many cars are on lead lap by this point, because it feels like there's so many a lap down. That's Busher in 19th, so definitely less than 20 on the lead lap.
Outside now. Clear high.
Yeah, another couple tenths cut there. It's gonna be like probably the same situation in the last stage where we're gonna start second, but then fall back to 8th, and then we're gonna cut our way up through the field again. Because this stage, at least we had.
Still there.
Boy, that was my bad. That was a little more. That's not even freaking. Wrong freaking Roush Keselowski,
Clear low if you want it.
whatever racing car. Wrong
If
one.
you want it.
But even then, put that little bit of a mistake, still gained a 10th, so. Yeah, we're still gaining.
One outside.
I guess we're gonna see if
Clear high if you want it.
the tires blow out. I've heard that's not a thing. 6.1 there, 17, so we're still gonna be good on tires for a bit. It seems like the wear rate's kind of gone down. We're not burning them up as much. Yeah, gap 6.1. Might as well keep this up here. See what these gaps are when we cross the line. Yeah, it's November. When does November DLC come out? That's a good question. I don't know. I think I heard that they're in the game's database or something. I don't know how people find this shit out, but you said in the database the game hasn't been. They haven't checked like their game or their information in like 2 weeks. But there was certainly like patches and stuff that came out in that time. So I wonder how, like, did they have a whole bunch of these like stuff already kind of ready to go before it came out, or I don't know. But it's been apparently 2 weeks since they last checked all that. Oh, Todd Gilliland, I can't. Oh my God, move. Cancel pit. I'm not pitting yet. 5.2. So yeah, we're still cutting that lead down. That was a bit of a voice crack, wasn't it?
Car low.
No.
Clear low.
It's a shame, because once we pit, we're going to lose all this time. How far back were we before? About 8.5 seconds? I'm curious when the AI are going to pit, because they might pit another 20 laps, but I don't think I can make it,
Easy on your tires now.
20 more laps.
Outside. Clear outside.
It's the second day. No, not for. Yeah, it definitely is. Can I just go on a tangent? How stupid that fucking trend is. It's really stupid. What? I don't. Who cares? Go, freaking. Should be just non-stop nut November. How about that? Freaking.
Car outside.
It's a stupid fucking trend.
Car low. Clear low.
It's kind of like the. I remember in high school is always the no shave November thing, which. Obviously, people not really having enough facial hair, they can kind of get away with not shaving a month and be fine. If I did that for a month, that'd be really freaking nasty looking, which I always try to kind of keep up. At least every week if I can help it.
Clear inside.
Anyways, we're really gaining on Bell now. Cut down to almost 3 seconds. Tire we're still like, it's low, but we're managing. That's the other thing too, is even if we get the lead, we're going to lose so much time exiting pit road that we need to have like a 2-second lead or something for that to be like comfortable.
One outside.
Excuse me, Cindric, why did you turn right? That was some bullshit right there, if I've ever seen it. Like, wow. Can the game stop reminding me? I brought that menu up. Never mind. What am I doing? Yeah, 3.3. Yeah, freaking Cindric. Definitely not me imagining things. He just turned right off the corner, magically. Well, thank you, D. Gooden, for the 199. I think this is NASCAR 2025. I think. Well, thank you for stopping by. Hi.
Outside door.
A more than a mild fan.
You're all clear.
Makes my heart glitter. You decked out your freaking, like, porch with so much Halloween stuff. I'm very impressed. A lot of time went into that. I admire the craftsmanship. But thank you for the 199. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. It means a lot that anybody does anything for me.
One up high.
We're just having a 100% race simulation. Sass. He's getting my type of sass. I admire that. Finish. I know Mabel is Clabeling. We got like 20 more minutes before the race starts, and I'm gonna be late. I predicted I was gonna get through like half of stage 3 before the race started, and I was very wrong.
One high.
So
Clear outside.
oopsie doodles on that. But you know what? Clable, look. See, I'm wearing a. It's not a Briscoe hat. It's a Truex hat, but it looks like a Briscoe hat. So I'm repping your driver, despite me not at the same time. I get to have both ways, and I feel happy about it. So, car, calm down. Okay. Well, we're catching Bell, which is very good. I really didn't even think this would be even possible. Our lefts and rights are actually pretty equally worn, all things considered. Obviously, the right front's burning up a little more, but the fact that they're even only like 4% apart tells me I'm driving the car decently. The setup's balanced decently. Who cares? Real racing starts at 5 p.m. Is that frickin' drag racing starts at 5 p.m.? Is that what you're getting at? Pokemon?
Clear outside.
I don't. Why did I nickname Ultimate Dragon that? It looks like our car is actually to be good on tires somehow. I really thought we were going to be completely. Ooh, car. Okay, car. It's a little scary, but I can see Bell. Yeah. Oh, that explains it. Did I get this game? What if? I would say wait until Black Friday. If Black Friday comes out, well, it will come out, what am I saying? If there's a sale for it on Steam on Black Friday, because this game's going to be coming out on, I think, the 11th or something of this month, I would wait until a Black Friday sale, and if it's like $50 or something, I would say the game's worth it. I think in its current state, I don't personally think it's on the it's worth the $80 like from the pre-order. I don't think it's worth $60. I think $50 is a fair amount. The only biggest problems I have, again, this is just me repeating my tangents. There's a lot of lap cars in front of us, by the way, so let me actually get back to that, because this is really freaking incredibly stressful. So many lap cars. Oh my lord.
Clear low. Inside now. Clear
Bowman, Stenhouse, move. There's like 12 cars on lead lap. My god.
Easy on your tires now.
I'm gonna have to somehow pass Bell
One up high.
and gain. Mind you, oh boy, it's loose. For context, I was over 8 seconds back, and I ran him down through just the tire wear, being that insane. Just want to point that out. 8 seconds. once we pass him, and in these next couple laps, we're gonna pit here. It'll be even bigger.
Car inside.
I can just get a run up on the outside.
We're out front, driver.
Beautiful. God, I wish this race didn't have stages, because I feel like maybe we can make this work without stages. But this is a simulation. We need to get this lead here and run away. Need to build up that gap, because they're going to gain time on me during the pit cycle. Unless he pits early. There's always that option too, so this gap that I'm even having now may not be enough. But this is a new leader. I didn't expect that.
Car outside. Clear up top.
We got 5 laps to that. Or it depends on whenever Bell pits. Again, we have such a lead on everyone else that I don't think them undercutting us is going to matter. Okay, Bell is actually pitting, so that's actually, to the AI's credit, that's smart on their part. Okay, I can pause. I can chill for a second here. Probably the only YouTuber who's associated with Pokemon, so I forgive you for that. That's fine. Hey, that's cool, at least. I'm probably the only one that is with One Piece, so it's, I get it. I've been a part of where it's the regular name. I guess YouTube changed the settings for some. They just said 6-7 in the pre-race. That is really cringy, and I'm glad I wasn't there to hear that. But yeah, yeah, Kevin Harvick. My tangent that I was going to get into before the lap traffic scared me. The game is, I think, worth at least $50 when it's on sale. The biggest problem with the game is the AI pit logic can be really broken. I'm sure if I, say, spun out 30 laps into the stage and brought out a yellow, like a caution comes out, obviously, the AI won't pit. Then I can pit and have like a 30-lap tire advantage jump and just blow through the field. I probably could do that in this exact race and just destroy the field by just doing that. Like in the last stage, if I just do that, I'd probably win the race just because I have a huge tire advantage. Like, that's a huge problem, is the pit logic's terrible. And their in-lap and out-lap speeds are ridiculous. They barrel down pit road very fast. They exit pit road very fast. And that's really annoying. So if you're a person that likes long green flag runs, this game almost makes that borderline unplayable because it's so unfair. Each track is like bad in its own way with its outlap stuff.
Denny said he knows this is the last time his dad will see him run for a title. I am not a Hellman fan.
God.
I hope he gets it for his dad.
Holy shit, is that true? Oh my god. That is horrifying to hear. It's just I don't know what exactly is going on with his dad, but it clearly is bad. I don't know what is. That's really fucking scary. Ugh, God, I feel I've been rooting for Hamlin to win this championship for the memes. Now it's for the heart. Now it's personal. That and Briscoe, I'd be fine with either or. I hope Hamlin can somehow pull this miracle off. It'd be really fucking cool. And I kind of hope he just retires after that. That's fucking scary. But yeah, with the tangent with my game, but the game, like, the pit stuff bugs me so much. Their in-lap and out-lap speed is insane. Their pit logic's terrible. Running, I'm trying to play the game very straight, but I know if I just wreck myself on purpose, I could just pit and the AI won't and just win. I can so easily do that, but it's just, it's not gonna really feel good. Like at Vegas in my earlier stream, months ago, well, not a month ago, but just my first 100% stream. I guess this issue's still a thing, so I can still reference it. But there was an incident where it was we were 30 laps into a run and AI spun out. The AI didn't pit. I did. I had 30 lap fresher tires. Then I think 20 laps later, another yellow came out. So now the AI are on 50 lap old tires in a 67 lap run. They still didn't pit. So even 3/4 into the run, they didn't pit. So I don't know how far you can I'm sure people can probably fuck around and figure that out, but like that breaks the game because then you literally the only way to have it be fair is just play on like house rules or gentleman's rule where you do the same thing as the AI, and it feels wrong to do. I just wish, you know, whatever strategy I'm on, the AI can anticipate that. Their pit logic is terrible. That bugs me. That's my biggest thing. Anyways, I'm gonna pit.
All right, bring it in and pit this time.
Rants and tangents aside, the only way to circumvent that a little bit is just have black flags off. But even then, they still can get a really good outlap. Like, you could definitely beat them in, but they'll beat you out pretty good. Like, Michigan is a horrible track with that, where their outlap speed, like, cause they just have beyond grip hacks. So me barreling it down pit road here is the only way to balance that out, and it's stupid. That and sometimes how it makes you leave pit road, like, it does it here, and you'll see it in real time. When it gets you out of pit road, it positions your car to the right, like slightly towards the wall. It doesn't give you, it doesn't make you go straight, which is such a beginner's trap, which it's happened to me off camera. As soon as you're off pit road, you're immediately thinking, like, you know, hit the gas. Even if you want to just blip the throttle a little bit, the car gets so uneasy because it's pointing you at the wall. You have to turn. So you lose time from that. You lose time from the pit cycle because it fades to black, or when it finishes the stop, it makes you wait a second. So there's like 2 seconds, 3 seconds that you waste. Like right now, 14.7 was when we stopped. 16.3 is when we leave. So that's a second and a half there. See when it points you to the right like that? There's so much digest on how bad it is. And it's like, oh, well, it's only a second. But in a race, losing a second and a half, just chilling on pit road for no reason, or the transition from black, see, like, Bell's right behind me. He did have an undercut, but, like... And that's with barreling it down pit road, by the way, and it's still, like, it didn't matter. So yeah, this stage is going to be very interesting. Kyle Busch, oh my god, Bell. I'm sorry, Bell, I freaking had to do that to not hit Kyle Busch. So yeah, Bell is virtual P1 here. This is going to be kind of a short run of sorts. I don't know if this is going to be enough to really, unless lap traffic really affects them. I still don't think this is going to be enough to even get the stage win. I don't know what our lead was exactly when Bell did pit, but the fact that even barreling it down pit road going 111 miles an hour in a speed zone of 45 still was enough to keep a gap on him, that tells you how fucking wild it is. I know he had, like, he undercutted me by 1 lap, but that difference would not be enough for him to run me down like that. So yeah, that's like that stuff's really annoying.
Outside door.
So Reddick is 12th, and he just went a lap down. Briscoe, I think, is 11th.
Clear.
That was my best lap, and that's still slower than frickin' Bell. I'm glad Jesse Love's happy about it. I just read that comment. I wish that you could just look at it subjectively instead of... Subjectively, Jesus Christ, that's exactly what he's doing. He's looking at it subjectively. I wish you could just look at it objectively. I mean, you're put in such a fucking terrible situation because even if you won the championship, you know, he has to know that he was not the best all year. And it's not even close. It's not even like, oh, well, Love was just barely behind Zilich, and maybe you can justify it. Like, I can at least kind of rationalize that a little bit. At least I can kind of get it. But Zilich was so out and above better than everybody else, it shouldn't even be like a contest. See, he's going through the honeymoon phase. He's just so happy he won the championship. He's all glitz and glamour. But give it like a couple months, he's gonna realize, yeah, I wasn't really the best all year. He was the best in that race. And good for him on that, but he was not the best all year. One race championships are the single most dumbest thing. I was going to say the most stupidest, but I don't even think stupidest is the word. But that word is fitting. That word doesn't make sense. The format doesn't make sense. It's actually a fitting word to emphasize it. So yeah, Bell's just gone. I have nothing for him. The short runs are just, I mean, absolutely insane. This is going to be kind of like what the last stage is going to be. Probably. This is how we're going to lose the race, probably. It's just the pit road. If we just got in and out of pit road the same way as them, the same speed, it would be probably genuinely interesting because we would at least have maybe a couple second lead, and then Bell would have to try to run me down. That would be some good quality shit, but now it's just, well, he beat me out of pit road or gained a lot of time just through factors I can't really control. And he's gonna gain like 8 seconds. I don't know how much I gained on him before the pit cycle was. I don't know really the seconds, but I was 8.5 seconds back from Bell. I ran him down, passed him, maybe got to about a second lead. So I gained about 9 seconds on him during that, 85 lap run. That's, I mean, I just wish there was more of a balance. And maybe there's a way to finagle the settings to do that. So maybe 103 difficulty probably would be perfect because they're not going to be as fast. And that could be a little more balanced out, possibly. I don't know. It's so exhausting where each race needs its own difficulty and like hours and hours of practice to get like a sample size big enough to figure out what settings to use. It shouldn't be like that. It really fucking shouldn't.
One low. Clear inside.
So yeah, I can't imagine running 105, at least on this track, as possible. 104, clearly there's a chance, but 105, it's just like such a big gap from 105 to 104 is so huge. 105, I remember practicing for that. I was running like 13th. Not able to do like anything. And then here on 104, you actually have a shot. At least somewhat of a shot in comparison, but there's just nothing I can do on the short run. It's just 3 seconds up. And we don't have enough laps in this stage to really do anything. So if it takes 45 laps for the car to come in, it's just not enough time. And every lap we just keep losing time, so it sucks. It sucks that it feels so predictable. You have to first promote sporting event to website. I guess that's just what I have to have it be, like, if whatever difficulty I think it could be possible on, I just have to go, like, one lower just to factor in pit stops and shit. Because that's always going to make you lose time. If I just ran this at 100, I would just, like, obliterate the field, and it wouldn't even be, like, a contest. I don't know. Things like this make me miss Heat 5 a little bit just because it was balanced. But then again, that was the 5th game in the iteration. But do I really feel like waiting till 2030? I guess technically Heat 3 kind of fixes the pit logic. What do I got to wait till 2028? Or if they do this every 2 years, does that mean, what, 2032 is when it's going to get good? I don't know what they're going to do with their friggin' release dates. Is it every year? Every other year? Is it a DLC update in between those years? Hell if I know anymore. Yeah, we're just losing time.
20 to go.
I just have nothing. We might even lose second place to Chase Elliott here at some point. Just the way we keep losing time. It's just crazy because
Car outside.
I don't know how much time we gained during that. Like once we got the lead, like what the definitive amount was, because when you freaking have the pitting option, you can't look at any other numbers, which is stupid. Like I want to pit, do my selection, and then look at my leaderboard, so I have an idea or like a gap frame. I don't know. That's annoying. I hate the freaking it pauses the game to put in the pit options. I don't know why I can't do it just on pit road. If you're gonna make me be the first pit stall, you give me like a full minute to figure out what I want to do. I feel like that's enough time. Oh, it's just annoying. If I was Connor, or if I was Love, I would just give it to Connor. Morally, that's probably the right thing to do, but I can't imagine that's actually anything he's going to want to do. It's not 2020 experience. Yeah, I think everybody across the board. I think Jeff Gluck on his post said something like the feeling for this feeling for the championship just doesn't sit right, or the atmosphere feels wrong. I don't know. So I'm sure there was some kind of like uncomfortable vibes just because it's so blatantly obvious he was better than everybody. But if nothing changed with Harvick getting 9 wins, winning literally 1/3 of the year, Zilich borderline got the same thing and winning 1/3 of the races. I guess technically when that like the stats, like percentage of wins a year, because it's 33 races, right? Harvick won, 25% of the schedule. I don't know what Zilich's percentages is. It's like win percentage. Is it? It's definitely not 30%. It might be slightly more just because there's less races. So I'm assuming his win percentage is higher than 25%. So it's technically even bigger than Harvick's number-wise, like percentage-wise. It didn't change with Harvick. I don't know. That's what I said in my video. It's just I think they're just going to make a tiny change. They're still going to keep everything they have as is right now. It's just going to be 3 rounds and the 3-3-4 thing that they keep. That's the idea. Which is still not a big enough sample size. That's what I kind of think they're going to do. My phone went absolutely crazy there. The only thing I can say in this last stage is we need, whenever we pass Bell, we need a massive freaking lead, like 5-second lead, and I don't think we're going to have the car to do that. So, yeah, I don't really think a win's possible. Becky Run asks like that. Yeah, I agree, Kevin Harvick. Actually, it's ironic your username is that because I know Kevin Harvick posted like a Twitter picture of like a dumpster fire. It was pretty goddamn funny. I remember that in Kamikaze's video because he was... I basically agree with every point in the video, but there was one segment that was strange because he was acting like Kevin Harvick is just now realizing the format's bad, but in 2020 he was bashing it back then too, saying the championships weren't the same as Dale Earnhardt's or Richard Petty's, and basically saying it's just not the same and the championship was more of a bonus. Like, so Harvick hated back in 2020 as well. I think he's always been pretty staunch on his opinion of the format being stupid. So Harvick definitely hasn't changed his opinion on it. That's really the only thing I think KG got wrong on. I think everything else is pretty good.
10 to go now.
Again, 2020 championship is so visceral in my mind just because, it's relatively recent in the grand scheme of things. But the backlash that got was so astronomical that Yeah, I don't think I'm ever really forgetting that. So, still losing time to Bell. Not as much. We're not hemorrhaging as much as before.
All clear.
I'm getting spam bullshit. Thank you, Ultimate Dragon, if you did that. Thank you. When was the last time I got spam in my freaking chat? It's been like over a year.
Clear high if you want it.
Doing something right. How many cars are on lead lap 2? That's what I'm trying to think.
Clear up top.
Or was that energy in 2014? I don't know. I know the Gordon fans weren't happy with it. I wasn't a super duper Gordon fan, but like a hardcore one, but I thought it was stupid because he was definitely the best all year. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me because it was stupid in 2014 as well.
Car outside. Clear all around.
Maybe it's because Gordon didn't have enough wins. He only had 4. Maybe that's not enough for people to lose their minds over. But having 10, having double digits might be the difference. I don't. Maybe that's going to be a thing. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely the worst instance of it for Xfinity. That in 2016, I guess 2021 as well, right? Because Hammer didn't win all year. Those are like the top 3 I think of like insanely dumb circumstances. 2016 is just more or less because Cole Witt on like a green-white checker decided to stay out for no real reason other than, well, they got a race too, but they literally compromised the entire championship.
Car outside.
Because they stacked up the whole like one lane, whatever lane he was in, and completely destroyed the championship battle by having a freaking slow car in the way on the start, which was so stupid and absolutely ridiculous. And people want to defend Cole Witt for doing that because they got a race too, but it gets to a point where you have all the cards that you need to understand, like, you know, maybe we shouldn't try to, because you're not going to win the race starting up there. I mean, the only thing you're going to be doing is literally being a moving chicane. You don't want to be the reason why somebody doesn't win a championship because you're just a moving chicane. The zero fucks energy to make that call is quite admirable. I wish I had that level of just not caring. I don't know. Well, Bell's going to win this stage without really any questions, obviously. I mean, Jesus Christ. 3rd place is 10 seconds back. 13 seconds back to Blaney. There's so little cars on lead lap now. On 50 skill range, like the game's default, it's still kind of insane. And I'm still losing time to him. We're almost back to the gap I was running during stage 2. Like, would this eventually be? Would we eventually be like 8 seconds back just to run him back down again? If the same pattern happens in the last stage, there's going to be the same amount of laps. I'm going to be a little annoyed because, I mean, what kind of gap do I need to have on Bell to win this race? Do I need like an 8-second lead? So do we need to lose? We're going to lose 8 seconds, but then we also have to pass him and simultaneously gain like 8 seconds back to make up that difference when it's just an insane gap to like try to win like this race under those circumstances. It genuinely is. 2022 and 24 was the breaking point. Yeah, I'm just thinking of strictly the Xfinity dumbness, because there's only 3 I can think of. 2016, 2022 with Hamrick, and then this with Zillage. Those are like the 3 I think of that are like really like huge in terms of bad. Or stupid, I don't know.
Pit road's open this time.
So we're gonna pit. There's nothing I can even do to make the car better. We have the tire pressures as low as possible. I can't really lower the wedge anymore because the car is going to spin out. So we're just kind of stuck with this. Apparently 9 cars are on lead lap. I guess Hamlin's leading the championship for in this simulation based on where he's running. So, here's the pattern. We're gonna restart. Or, I mean, okay, pit crew, thank you for giving me the lead. I mean, we're gonna lose this like immediately, but at least we led some laps under caution. So what's gonna happen is, this is my prediction. It's got 126 laps. Basically.
We just lost the lead. Car inside. Out front, nice job. Clear
What's going to happen
clear inside.
is we're going to lose positions here on the start, eventually. And we're going to fall back to like 7th.
Car inside.
Maybe 5th, I don't know. We do have better track positions. There's a chance we might get to like lose to like 5th. We're going to gain all those spots back, get the lead, and then pit, and then lose it all again. It's going to be about the same as Stage 2. And I don't know really how to run this, because we're screwed either way, because they can go 100%. Look at the fucking straightaway speed, too. Holy shit. And am I clear? Yes, I am. Okay. And I have to really be careful and just not burning our shit up too much. Which is going to be hard because they're so much goddamn faster.
Stay high.
So, I don't know.
We'll get the lead back. Stay focused.
Should have done better in that corner too, just to keep it on the bottom. But Blaney gets the lead. That might have been the race-winning move right there. We're definitely not going to have a better car. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if we can, if we don't lose, 8 seconds and keep that gap to like 5 or something, then they'll be better. But I don't really know how I can kind of keep up with that pace and not destroy the tires in the process. Just a little bit frustrating, just because the way they're driving, they clearly aren't conserving their tires. They are going all out. I can't really do that. So I think lowering the difficulty, I think to 103 is probably the best here, especially with a setup. Without a setup, then 102 is probably the way to go. But it's kind of insane. So yeah, we're just gonna lose time here. Logano's gonna get by me here. There's just nothing I can fucking do about this, and it's so goddamn frustrating because like I just don't have the speed. I don't have the grip,
Stay high. Clear inside.
and I can't really push it anymore. So yeah, we're just gonna. I mean, Larson's leading the final 4 of this, so it's interesting. Byron's in the mix too. Got 3 of the 4 in there, except for Briscoe. He's had like no shot in this at all in comparison. So yeah, like I predicted. I think we're gonna fall. We're eventually gonna fall back to the top 5. That's my assumption. Because obviously Byron and Hamlin are right there behind me. We're gonna lose all that time. It's just so fucking stupid when I think about it. Because the short runs were so bad. And then the long runs were so good. To where we can gain 8 seconds on the leader when we fall back. And then like another additional second after we get the lead. What, 9 seconds? I was able to kind of pull. Just to then lose it on pit road. And never get it back. Like, what? It's fucking bullshit.
Inside. Clear inside.
So, yeah, we're just going to lose time here. There's just...
Car inside.
It's not going to matter how much I run the car, how much I can push it, how much I don't. It's a very helpless feeling, and I don't really like that
One
feeling.
inside. One inside.
Yeah, we're just going to fall back to 5th.
Stay high.
Bell feels like the fastest car in the race. I'm kind of curious if he's going to be able to run the leaders down or not. What was the 2016 one? Yeah, it was 2016 with that. So, is anyone really shocked a Penske person's leading at Phoenix? I'm not. So Byron's now leading the Final Four. Now I'm going to be, I guess, holding up Hamlin here. So that's going to be a bit awkward. Unless he can
Clear all around.
drive right by me. Yeah, I was predicting top 5, but we might fall back even further. Like, what the fuck do I do to get faster? And clearly, like, I'm just not fast enough. I'm running fucking 28 sixes. I'm still losing time. So it's going to take, what, to lap 222? Probably, or 225 for the car to,
Inside door. Clear inside.
I don't know, 230? I don't know, to get the car to be fast again. And obviously it's possible to make up that time, because we were like, what, 8 seconds back and still made that up? So, yeah, it's definitely possible. It almost kind of feels like I need to be more equal with them on the short run. But then we're just going to destroy them even more so in the long run, but I guess that's the only way to balance it out. Or, I don't know. It's just crazy, like, 104, 105, I was so... wasn't even close. And then 104, it's a little more possible. So I guess 103 might have been probably the best number. Once again, should have done another hour and a half worth of practice to figure that out. So that's my bad. Should have done more practice with it. You know, I've literally the last 24 hours have been just practicing here, damn near.
Clear inside.
Should have put an extra hour to round it up to 25 for Casey Mears. That would have been fitting. Ugh.
One bottom.
Oh, yeah, there goes Hamlin. Don't worry, eventually we're going to have pace. It's going to take another 30 laps probably, but we'll get it.
Clear bottom.
Give Hamlin a bump there. Go get frickin' Byron. Go get yourself a championship. I'm kind of rooting for you. Yeah, because every time you go down one click on the difficulty, the AI get 2/10 slower. So if I just had, because like right now they would be running, I don't know if it would be exactly this lap time, but if they were 2/10 slower, we at least would be matching them. It's just stupid because if the pits just worked as it should, I get in and out the same way. I have to slow down. They slow down the same rate. Then this race would be really way more interesting. But losing that much time on pit road, even with speeding going, 120 in a 45 mile an hour zone, still isn't enough to make a gap or do anything. Because our outlap speed is so horrible. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? It's one thing getting beat on track, which is frustrating in its own right. But it's even more frustrating, you lose time under circumstances that you can't control, because once the pit stop ends, there's like another second and a half that you wait. Probably another second that transitions from where it fades to black and cuts back to the race. I'm sure if I went to editing and really timed all this, I would get a real idea of how much time you lose on payroll just on those two things alone. Which feels like 2.5 seconds. Which feels, obviously, on a race, 2.5 seconds is massive. Then you factor that with leaving pit road, losing time, could be another second. It's just like you lose too much time during all that. It almost punishes you for even wanting to have pit stops, which is honestly kind of gross because, I don't know. Maybe they just made this game with the foresight that like, oh, well, no one cares about that anymore because they hardly have green flag pit stops in real life. Or it happens so little, so why put time into making that good? It's not important. I don't know. It's just gross. Someone put them in timeout for spamming again. Please. I don't want to be seen fucking spamming my chat. Blaney has a 5-second lead already in, what, 20 laps? So you restart like, what, lap 186? Jesus Christ. Just 20 laps, they built a 5-second gap. Dear Lord. Thank you. Well, Hamlin is... I don't know if he's catching by or not, but he's within striking distance. This Byron's trying to get by Logano. Yeah, we're gonna see how far back we fall. Stage 2 was like 8.2 seconds, was like as far back as we eventually went to. I'm kind of curious just how much further back are we going to go. Is it going to be exactly 8.2 again, or is it going to be a little bit better? I don't know. I guess we're going to find that out. I'm actually really amazed my tires actually made to the end of the pit cycle. Because they definitely don't look like that as the run goes on, but they actually lasted, so I guess hooray to that. If we could just get that gap to under 8, you know, if we could just keep it around 6 seconds, that'll be fine, because then we can run them down and maybe build up a gap, and then maybe we can hang on a little bit before the end of the race. But then again, I have genuinely no idea. Stage 2 is like that, where we got at least a little bit of an advantage. We still lost that by like 5 seconds or 6 seconds. I don't know what the gap was exactly again, but it was a big gap. Like, how the fuck do I do that? How do I pass him and then gain another additional 6 seconds so I can win this race? I need like a 14-second, well, not a 14-second lead, but like I need to not only pass him, but also gain an additional, like, 6 seconds. It's like, well, how the fuck do I can't do that.
Car low. They're low if you want it.
It's so frustrating. And Chase Elliott's up me freaking my ass, too, so that's annoying. It's almost kind of turning into, like, a tradition where I freaking do these races and the race is already going on as I'm doing this. I can't ever just finish them before the streams, or the stream, I don't know. Didn't fucking nail that corner, so they're...
One inside.
Yeah, there goes Chase Elliott. I have nothing on these short runs. It is so bad. It's actually good that we don't have cautions, just because... Or they don't come out, because... we would lose so much time on the short runs. It's just ridiculous. We're almost about to go back to 8th, which is where we were running in stage fucking 2, and we had the lead. We had the most optimal track position imaginable, and it still wasn't enough. Like, holy fucking shit. It's really frustrating with that part of it. And it's just, we need another, what, 15 laps probably for this car to really kick in. Can't wait to get to that soon enough, in like 6 minutes probably. So much goddamn time. It's not 8.2 seconds, it's 6.8, so it's something.
They're outside.
But it might eventually get to 7, or it might eventually get to 8 seconds, so... It's just unbelievable, because even cutting the track and everything, it still doesn't make up a difference. It's just crazy. Like, this is a full-blown setup, and it's still... I guess we can get the lead, but it takes a long fucking time. So, I don't know. Ban them to, or put them into... Whatever, get rid of that spam. Thank you. Whoever's doing that, I appreciate it. Like, what, the 4th time that's freaking happened? Hello, German speaker, I appreciate it. Yo moin to you. I guess it's more evening over there, but...
They're outside.
I tried.
One outside.
Yeah. Just hemorrhaging positions here. Not hemorrhaging positions. Just time.
They're high if you want it.
Yeah, this is wild, because if I had it to, like, more... Maybe if I had more grip, then maybe then we would probably have a chance to win. Because then it's like we have way more speed, and then we can make up that difference a lot more. So, I don't know. There's probably something to it. There's some magical setting to probably make this all work out. Which is a good thing I made this car just a little bit looser compared to what the setup had, just because I just felt it was a little bit too tight. So there's a good chance to be running even worse if I kept that as is, so I guess that's maybe more of a preference, a driver preference than anything.
Outside now.
Yeah, the gap is basically going to be what it was before. I didn't really get any better. I mean, this is with better track position too, so it wasn't even...
They're all clear.
You would think I would... it just didn't matter. Their pace is just so outrageous. So, we're just going to see how far back we fall until our tire wear kicks in and start gaining back on them. It's just stupid, because I just like the same pattern as Stage 2. Same race length and everything. Unless this race went completely green, like no stages, then maybe there's a chance we can do something.
Outside door.
But even then, I'm not even sure. So, I have really no idea. Probably not still, because, what, 90 laps we could go? Like 90, 180, 270. And then the last run's going to be like 42 laps, and that's still not enough. So, probably if this had no stages, we'd still be in the same position. You think it's going to win a championship? I mean, I would lodge... I mean, overall, the best two drivers have been Larson and Byron. That makes the most sense. Personally, I would go with Hamlin or Briscoe. So, it's... Or, I guess... It's going to be one of those things where even if Hamlin or Briscoe wins, I know they're not the best all year. I will fully acknowledge that, but... I would, that's basically who I'm rooting for. I mean, considering the hat I'm wearing, at least one of the options you must have known in advance. So, the gap is 8 seconds, 8.1. We're about 5 or 6 something odd laps away to really having the tie shift in our favor to gain that time back. If it's the same exact thing where I just get by the leader, then they pit, like the same thing as Stage 2, I'm gonna be very upset. If it plays out exactly the same way. It's exactly the same as Stage 2. It was 8.2. This is as far back as we are now. Maybe it was a little more back then, maybe not. I don't know. But it was around that range, like that gap range. So I don't know. I have no idea. I saw 8.3 for a second there. Yep. 8.3, 8.4. It's like, it's absolutely insane. I don't know. I can't imagine I suck that fucking bad. I don't know. I'm just waiting for the tire wear to kick in. 8.4, that's new. I haven't seen that number yet. Maybe we'll get to 8.5. We're almost at 8.5. It's going to be, yeah, a new record. 8.5 back. Blaine's not in traffic either. Yeah, 8.6. Let's just make it further. Let's just go 10 seconds back. Fuck it, who cares? We're not going to win this race anyways, no matter what amount of time we gain on the long runs. I can't really push the car anymore. I can't get any more out of this car. Yeah, just have 9 seconds. So make it 9 seconds. Maybe that was what it was before, and I just wasn't aware of it. Which honestly makes it even more insane that I gained 9 seconds on the freaking leader. And then an additional second after I got the lead to make it like 10 seconds. Absolutely ridiculous then. And that gap possibly could have been an additional second more just because, you know, they pitted before they like completely got to 0. So if they stayed out on track at our 3 laps, then there's probably another second we could have gained. So could have been a freaking 11 seconds then. Really annoying. Really annoying that like one slider can one thing on the difficulty changes it that much. Especially when you get to that 103 to 105 range. It's so feels so massive. Even though the gaps are like the same, like it's like 2/10 faster or slower. It feels so much bigger by that point.
Car outside. Clear.
But we're catching Logano. Almost saw 9 seconds there. Maybe it did and I didn't pay attention, but like finally we're gonna start having that tire advantage. I'm catching Logano, so the advantage must be slowly starting to come into play here.
One low.
Oh. It
Car high.
probably would have if I figured out a way around Eric Jones a bit better, but
Clear high if you want it.
yeah, it's finally starting to be in our favor now, finally. Takes like half the damn fuel run for that to really be a thing. Got the dog leg here.
Clear. Car outside. Stay low.
I guess we're gonna see how the. It almost seems like the car gets better as the run goes on, because that early part of the run we're just destroying the right front, but then as these next 35 laps go on, then it seems like the wear balances out, and then the right rear balance gets a little more equal with the lefts. I don't know. I'm sure there's something to it. Maybe there's a good chance I was pushing it more than I thought this run. I don't know. But at least we're gonna finally start having this advantage on them. It's 8.7 last lap or something, 8.5, I'll take it. Lap traffic's going to be a factor here. But might be getting held up in that too, that might play a part of it. I don't know, at least in 3 and 4, there's no real cars in front of me, so I can kind of go down there as fast as possible. To really gain as much time as needed. But I'm sad we didn't get a watermelon bush scheme for Ross. That would have been a really good looking paint scheme. I am at least a little bit curious what the DLCs are going to be for.
Outside door.
I mean, you paid that extra
Clear up top.
$20 to get that season pass to get the paint schemes. Hopefully it's going to be worth your buck, and it's going to be, you know, dozens and dozens and dozens of schemes or something to justify that purchase.
One up high.
Chase Elliott's going to get held up by Corey LaJoy. Thank you for that. Take that position.
Clear, clear.
Beautiful. Now we're officially cracked the top 5. Slowly catching the leaders. It was like 8.5 before. Now it's 8.3.
Clear inside.
Okay, car. Okay, car. Stop.
Car low. Clear low.
Alright, Suarez. Oh god, this is like an awkward part of the track to make these passes. I don't know why I have such like the worst luck imaginable trying to get around fucking lap traffic. Oh my god. Just, it's always fucking something.
One up high.
There goes all that time we gained, all those 3/10 that we were trying to accomplish there. Gone.
Clear high. One inside. Clear inside.
I think we got a lot of clear track now to not worry about that anymore. I think actually, Keith brings up an interesting tangent I want to kind of go on. I think somebody in the comments is essentially defending the format. And again, it's everybody that defends the format, it's always like, they always compare it to the Patriots shit, or others, like other sports. Like NASCAR is its own thing. They compare the Olympics to the runner breaking his leg at the last corner, but it's like, it's not really equivalent. Connor Silich fucking got third. It wasn't like he just ran 20th in the race. He ran fair. He was top 5. The only equivalent of match that is like I guess the context is like Silich had like what, a 50+ point lead going into Phoenix. Like, he had almost a full race lead on Allgaier. By that point, he almost would have, again, I don't know why I'm comparing it to fucking Olympic sports or a track field that's like a mile long. But if 1 mile is equivalent to like 1 race, Zilich almost had an entire mile lead on everyone. And by the time he got to the last corner, he, instead of running at full speed, he just jogged. But by that point, he earned that right to frickin' take that last corner easy. I don't fucking know. It's stupid. Anyone that defends the format always goes to the Patriots example, where and it's always comparing it to other sports that are unrelated. We can't compare NASCAR to football because it's 2 completely different sports and how they format shit. It's always those same excuses. It's never anything that's like convincing. It's always the same like talking points. So it gets it's old.
Clear up top.
Like that's like the only argument. But whatever.
Outside.
I'm calling it. They're still gonna do like 3-3-4. That's probably what they're gonna do.
Hold your line outside now. Clear high if you want it.
Hey, we're gaining on the leader now. Weren't we just like 8 seconds back? Now we're 6.9. That's a huge gap. So progress. Maybe that's lap traffic. I don't know. But yeah, it's one of those just tiring examples. But I can at least appreciate Zilich kind of memeing his own Watkins Glen fumble. I appreciate that because some people would not want to meme on that.
Inside now.
But he did. He took that with a lot of frickin'
Clear inside.
a lot of humor.
Clear high.
I appreciate that. Zilich is a lot more mature than most people his age are, so
Clear
happy for that.
Car outside.
Definitely, as over the course of the season, I became more of a fan and appreciated him. But that doesn't really matter if you're a fan of Zilich or not. Like, it can be Joey Logano having, like, a 10-win season, but if he gets cucked by the format,
Stay low.
it's still gonna bug me. Because I know to put the fanboy cap to the side. Like, even in 2020, by that point, I really didn't care for Harvick, but Harvick was the best all year. I just want the rightful person that's been the best all year to deserve it. Doesn't matter who it is. But we got by Hamlin. He's running P4. Byron is... Damn. 4 seconds up on Larson. So the game's probably going to predict Byron to win a championship, which is the most boring and obvious one, but it makes sense. Him and Larson have been like the best all year, so it's fair. Bell's actually kind of close to Blaney, if that means something, but
High if you want it.
yeah, we're gaining. Hooray. Progress. Took 40 laps, but we finally having that advantage.
Easy on your tires now.
One big troll for NASCAR. Yeah, basically. Somebody was comparing like NASCAR to like chapters of a book, where a full season is basically like one big storyline, and the playoffs basically remove the storylines, removes pages, and then it's just only like the last 10 pages chapters count. I was like, yeah, that's actually a good way to look at it in terms of like telling like a story. I hate the narrative too that like, oh well, the playoffs generate stories. If you had a full season, there would be no storylines. It's like,
On your tires now.
how did the fucking sport survive 50 years without a playoff? Or God knows how many, what, 56 years without a playoff? How did the sport thrive and survive without a playoff? I guess there was just no storylines ever until 2004, which is a stupid example because there's always been storylines. So that's kind of a stupid point. But yeah, I do like that comparison of like each race is like a chapter in a book. And now it just sort of feels like, you know, so many chapters are just cut out. The only thing that's interesting is apparently, or the relevant thing is the end. But when you're telling a story, you don't watch a movie just to watch just the final 5 minutes of the film. It's like you need the whole context. That's how stories are. I don't know. It's just, I thought it was a decent comparison. That was a good post. I don't know who made that post or tweet or whatever, but it was a good comparison. But yeah, we're cutting down Blaney's gap. I would love to get the frickin' lead and build up like an 8-second gap, because I feel like we're gonna lose 8 seconds or 6 seconds or however many seconds before frickin' the end of the race, but we're not gonna make up that time. Our tires are actually getting pretty warm. We still got 20 laps left. I don't know.
Car outside.
But then it's going to be frustrating because when we get to the end of the race, by lap, what? By like, what, lap 275, 276, we're going to pit. And then the next 40 laps is going to struggle because our car is not going to get up to speed. So what I have to really find, practice these races now,
Clear high.
is to not get curb stomped earlier in the race. It has to be pretty equal. Whatever lap times we're running, we should only be 1/10 off. That's kind of, I think that's what I have to try to look out for.
Clear.
But again, there's so many factors of that because, you know,
Car high.
is being a 10th off because of lap traffic, because of not entering a corner right, racing another car, or not being good at the track yet. There's so many factors that can go into it, which again takes so much fucking time to figure out. It's it's exhausting thinking about it. Which is what made Thunder 04 nice, because you just literally pop the game in, set it to 1 difficulty, and then you're mostly good. There's some tracks that are obviously stupid, like Michigan, you set the pit twice when others don't. Like, that's stupid. There's definitely tracks that have some of its issues, but like 95% of the time, it's a pretty enjoyable experience. In terms of like just the consistency out of the AI and stuff, and you know, pitting when they're supposed to, and not, you know, you're not finagling through like 15 different settings. It feels like this run, for whatever the reason, I don't know if lap traffic's affecting Blaney this much. We're really close to the leaders already. So, I don't know. 0.7. I mean, I don't know, I mean, that looks good. But not only do we need to get the lead, we need to get the lead by multiple seconds and have that big of a gap for those next 40 laps, and I just don't really see that happening.
Car outside.
That was another 4/10 gained. Bell's still getting held up in lap traffic. It was a horrible corner by me, but oh, no wonder why it was freaking put me in 3rd gear. But yeah, it's all of a sudden. Well, never mind, Bell got by him. But I can at least see the leader.
Car outside. Watch your tire wear.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Outside now.
I mean, it's so frustrating because it gives me so much false hope, and I can just see the writing on the wall.
Outside.
If this was like 15, 20 laps to go, this would be interesting.
3 wide.
There we go. We're going to get by Bell here. John Hart's going to probably box him in. Yeah, Bell has nowhere to go. Lap traffic being an absolute pain.
3 wide.
There we go. At least, I mean, we were definitely going to be faster than Bell anyways there. But I mean, you're seeing it all in real time, just watching this play out. Just what, we were almost 9 seconds back, and now we've cut that gap down by 7 seconds since lap 230. And that last 30 laps cut down like 6 seconds or 7. Like, that's like absolutely insane when you really think about it. It really does feel like you're on a completely different tire strategy from them, with how their fall off is. It really does make you think that, you know, you're on like 20 lap fresher tires or something, because to make up that amount of time is huge. We're catching them. We're definitely way faster than them. Look at the leader times here. Running at 29.1. We were a half a second faster. Hit the wall there, but still another half a second faster.
Watch your tire wear.
That's the other thing too, is in the next 9 laps, how on earth am I going to gain, you know, not only pass them, but then build like up like a 6-second lead? It's just not going to be possible. It's going to be the same thing as stage 2. Arguably slightly better this time, because we're going to probably have more laps to probably start putting a gap on them.
Clear up top. Easy on your tires now.
Oh, Truex. Oh my god, Truex, you're an absolute legend. He just held up Blaney for me. I love you, Truex. This is why I'm a fan. Stenhouse, give me room. Thank you. Truex, you're an absolute legend. He actively helped me to get the lead. I don't know what type of bromance me and Truex have had, but I appreciate that so much. I'm going to build up this gap because we need every type of 10th and 2nd, etc. before pit stops happen. And Blaney might pit pretty soon here, so. We already have a 1 second lead. We got the lead this time a little bit quicker. Before it was like 10 laps on the fuel, or not, like it was like 4 laps on the fuel. This time it was like 7. This is good. We need, I mean, every type of 10th of a second here to build up that gap. It's going to make it even worse when we lose the race. When we had like a 2 second lead and get all of that gets blown apart through the pit cycle being stupid. But this is almost 2 seconds. This, mind you, I just want to put this into perspective. We were 9 seconds back at one point, and we gained an additional 2 seconds. 11 seconds gained on this run. 11 seconds. I mean, Jesus Christ. Something is horribly wrong with all that. Get that off the screen. I want to look at my freaking interval game. I hate that popping up. 2.5, okay. Whenever Blaney pits is when I'm going to go down pit road. Like I was saying, we need like an 8 second, 6 second gap. I mean, we're definitely not getting that. 3 seconds is definitely going to be the best we're going to have to deal with here. That's 4 seconds. Okay, Blaney finally pitted. Okay, so we're going to pit this time. So they don't have an undercut. Almost 3 seconds. That's the lead we have. How much are we going to lose? Probably still going to lose the race. This gap is not enough. I'm assuming so. But we're going to see. I mean, this is definitely the best case scenario that we've been in this entire run. So we're going to see exactly, you know, how this plays out. I prefer the old point system. You do a 36 race season, and whoever at 36 has the most wins the championship. Keith, I agree with. Keith, Big Dog Sneed. Is that the Big Dog? That's a Toby Keith reference. I like that. That's a good reference. All right. So we're going to pit. We can barrel it down pit road as aggressively as we want. So we're going to try to get in here with as... Like, I shouldn't even have to speed down here. But we need every type of stupid advantage possible. A 3 second lead damn near. I think it was like 2.9. That's still like a 3 second lead going in. He pitted 1 lap sooner. He's not going to gain, logically, 3 seconds from an undercut. So, yeah, we're going to see. We're just going to see. I still think he's going to pass me, and he's going to have like a 3 second lead on me. That's how I'm going to probably estimate it. So, we're going to see. I think that was Blaney leaving pit road right there. So, I don't know. We're going to see. If we still lose the race after having a 3 second lead while barreling it down pit road, going 111 in a 45, and still lose time, I mean, how much more broken can the pitting be? That was actually not as long. But pit stop, like stopping on pit road for like a second half. That was only like 0.8 of a second. So that's actually better. So we're gonna see where we are in juncture with Blaney. And since this is such a short sprint to the end, we can just gun it as we don't have to worry about, you know, losing time. Or, you know, worrying about tires. We can just go as hard as we can. That's all I can do. And even then, doing all of that, we were only like a second and a half. He still gained like 2 seconds on me. What the fuck? Even with an undercut, that's... He is so close to me still. That is absolutely ridiculous amounts of time. still gained, regardless of an undercut or not. That is fucking ridiculous. 0.8 of a second. He gained 2.2 fucking seconds during that entire stop. There's no fucking way. That is so goddamn stupid. He still gained fucking time on me. And 0.8 of a second isn't a big enough cushion. He's gonna still fucking pass me here. There's no way I can get around that. Even with lap traffic, I mean, lap traffic has to cuck him hard, but like, it's still not gonna be enough. I just can't believe we still lost that much amount of time. Barreling it down Piro that much faster, still did nothing. Fucking give me room! What the fuck, Priest? Don't wreck from that either. Yeah, he'll still fucking wreck from that. What a fucking idiot. Well, I'm gonna pit. We need every type of stupid tire advantage possible. Because being on equal tires isn't gonna matter, so we're gonna pit. We're gonna lower that wedge even more. If we wreck again, screw it. There's barely any cars on lead lap. This is so fucking stupid. Again, nothing I could have done. Fucking Priest just chopped me off the corner. What else am I gonna do? So we're gonna pit. If we, I mean, this is like the only thing we can do is just try to have a tire advantage, even if that's like 5 laps. It's better than whatever we're doing with. So this is the only strat I can have, because if we just played even Steven with them, there's no way we would win. I lowered the wedge too just to make it looser. I don't know if that's a bad idea, but I mean, if we spin out again, that's just more of a tire advantage we'll have. So it'll technically be better if we spin out, but I'm gonna try to not do that. So yeah, all of that was really stupid. It was really fucking stupid.
One bottom. Clear low if you want it. Clear, clear. Far outside. 3 wide.
We do have a tire advantage. I don't know if 5 laps is really enough. But what was that?
Clear outside.
I don't think it's enough of an advantage. However many laps it technically was, I don't know for sure during that like pit cycle.
One inside.
But
Clear low if you want it.
we're gonna see. It was a very goofy ass freaking wreck, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, this is all. I mean, I wish that didn't happen. It's frustrating just because. Well, actually, if I think about it,
Clear outside.
if that just played out, no yellow ever occurred, and it just kept on going, we weren't going to win that race, because we only had like an 0.8 of a second lead on Blaney. He was going to pass me. He was going to win probably by like 3 seconds. So that was going to be the outcome. It was still, I mean, just absolutely ridiculous to have a 3-second lead be squandered to 0.8 of a second. You can justify an undercut as much as you want. You're not going to gain 2+ seconds on an undercut, a 1-lap undercut. Even then,
Outside door.
when I did go down pit road, I'm not adhering to the speed limit. I'm going 115 in a 45. I should be gaining so much time from that. But the fact that it not only not balanced out at all, but lost 2 seconds, there's no fucking way. There's absolutely no way that should have lost 2 seconds from all of that with undercutting, not really undercutting, but barreling it down pit road and everything.
Outside.
The time, in theory, should be about equal, but it wasn't. To lose that time is still so fucking stupid. So, you definitely have a tire advantage. I don't know if it's enough of a tire advantage. I did make the car a little bit freer. We're going to see if that helps. I kind of don't want to, I didn't really want to do that because, at least during the race, just because it might get too undrivable on the long run. I don't know. I haven't really gone that much lower than 47. Maybe I could do 46. I don't know. We're going to see if this helps. And we're keeping up with the leaders right now. Leader we ran about a half a tenth faster, so we're definitely, and that's having a stroke. That's with bumping frickin' Chase Elliott. So we definitely could have gone even faster, but it's just, that's another thing I have to worry about. It's just, I don't know. Kind of shocking how many little cars were on lead lap. Those like, what, 10, 11? So I guess we're gonna see. This is like the only thing we got going for us. It's just like a 5-lap tire advantage. I don't know if that's enough. It's definitely doing something because we're holding our own a little bit better. So I guess the game's going to predict Byron to win a championship. Hamlin is not even in 7th. I don't know what happened to him on the start. Trying to set Chase Elliott up for a pass, but he's just too quick. I don't know. Guess we're going to see what happens. Making that a bit looser helped. Maybe I can go even lower. If I actually can go lower on the frickin' wedge, then I guess that's technically good for me. But I don't think 20 laps to go. I don't think that's enough laps to really... It took like 45 laps for the tires to really kind of kick in our favor, and I think they pitted at 272, I think, so it's still... It's just not enough, even with the tire advantage. I would have to purposely spin out again with like 10 laps to go to probably have a big enough advantage. But even then, I don't know if that's enough. We'd probably be like too far back. But me saying that, it's stupid that I even have to think like, well, if I spin out, then I know they won't pit and then I can have the advantage. I shouldn't even have to be thinking of that. $28.7, $28.8, $28, yeah, about match. We're pretty close to matching. This is really interesting to know I can go even looser on the wedge. I didn't know I can go that low and still be fine. Like, would a 46 be even better? Probably. The fact we're even running 5th here is kind of a miracle on its own. Just how this race has gone for the early part, or like the short runs of it. I guess a 5-lap tire advantage definitely is something. I mean, either way, looking at it, it's not like if that went green and the previous accident never occurred, we weren't going to win that race anyways. Because the way their short run speed was, 0.8 of a second isn't enough. They would have ran me down within the next 5 laps and passed me anyways, and still probably won by like 3 seconds, so. That yellow, in a weird way, kind of gave us more of a chance. Not by much, because we're still about 2 seconds back. But instead of 3 seconds back, it might be 2 seconds back. Ooh. No. Yeah, 103 might have been perfect. Especially factoring the pit cycles and shit, with how we lose time on that. 103 probably would have been perfect, because, yeah, we probably would have had an even bigger lead, but at least, you know, we'll be able to, you know, lose as much time during the pits. So you have to factor that in, too. At least with long races. Short races, I guess you can kind of get away with lower difficulty and not compromising much of anything. I don't know. I'm not a freaking wizard with this shit. But it's oh man, we're keeping up with them at least, somewhat. Like, it's a shame. Yeah, if the pitting just, I shouldn't have to speed down pit road to try to even out the unfairness of the pit animation is taking too much time, and the pit exit losing too much time. I shouldn't have to do all that. I should be able to do exactly what the AI do in and out of pit road and be pretty even. Are you winning, my peanut? No, I'm not. Why'd you call me my peanut? That's also... JC is literally calling me salty. Like a salty freaking cashew. I am not. I had a 3-second... Oh, you weren't here. I was ranting about it. I had a 3-second lead before the pit cycles. And I came out of pit road, and I was 0.8 of a second ahead of Blaney, and I lost 2.2 under the pit cycle. And I was very angry. Then Priest literally walled me off the corner, wiggled the entire back straightaway, and then spun. I pitted to get a 5-lap tire advantage, and now we're here. So, yeah, I was not winning this race, no matter if it went green or not. There was just no way. Blaney was going to get by me, and he was going to pull away to like 3 seconds, and I was going to be salty. This is almost the same exact outcome, just, I guess, not as big of a gap. But yeah, 103. That's the handy-dandy guide for Phoenix with setup. Probably without setup, 102. But yeah, 103. You sound real salty. I did. Damn right. You're damn right. When I lose my 3-second advantage because of circumstances I can't control, in the race atmosphere itself, yeah, it's a little frustrating. And even with the tire advantage, still wasn't enough. Because we're about to be running 3 seconds back like I was going to be before. So, nothing really changed. Unless I wreck myself. Again. Not again, but just if I wreck myself, because then they won't pit. Then I'll have a bigger tire advantage, but then I won't really have enough laps to really make up that time anyway, so. But I shouldn't be thinking, oh, well, I could just bring out a yellow because they're not going to pit and then win because of unfairness. What the fuck am I going to do? No, I definitely can't win with 104. It's not really even in the cards. If it was a race specifically 90 laps, then yes, I probably would win. Because I would get the lead by like lap 85. Not in a full distance race. Well, the gap's 2.5. It was 2.7, but that might be because of lap traffic. What am I, like an hour late to the freaking race itself? I should have started an hour sooner, but I want to freaking sleep. Ooh, Chase Elliott just got completely cucked there. Did you see that lap car? Chase Elliott like had to slam on the brakes. The hell was that? Josh Bilicki? That was pretty bad. That was a massive stack up. But it looks like we're going to get the spot on Chase Elliott. We're actually gaining time on the leader. 2.5, and now it's 2.2. That's interesting. Door Chase Elliott there to get a better exit. I don't care. Bell is close, so there's some kind of battle for the lead at the front. That's interesting. So it's we're not going to lose by 3 seconds. It's going to be about under that. That's something. You also want to sleep, so you took a nap. I'm glad, JC. Did you make sure your glasses were off when you took a nap? I don't know how glasses work, but I'm assuming you take them off when you go to sleep. I don't know why I'm asking that question.
One outside.
Yeah, the gap's just 2.2. We're just chilling. For fourth. It's a slightly better outcome. So that yellow, strangely enough, made us not lose as much time.
Clear low.
Oh man, if we just had another probably 20 laps, we'd probably win this race maybe. Or 30. I don't know. Maybe remember when Phoenix used to have, it was like it had more laps. I think it was like 2011. I think it was like 500 kilometers or I don't know, it did something. It was, I don't know. If it was a race like that, then maybe we would probably win. Byron wins stage 1, that's good. White flag in this one. Byron got held up by lap traffic a little bit, so we're going to try to get him for third. We're like 2 seconds back. That's so damn frustrating. Alright, we'll just door him for third. Sure. I want third. I want podium. Should have to prefer lane here in turn 3. There we go. P3. We'll bring it home. Smack the wall, but we'll get third. I'm okay with this. Ah, man. Blaney gets the win. Byron, apparently the game's predicted to be the champion. Hamlin fell back further than 7th. Got his way back up to 6th. That's interesting. Briscoe 11th, Buescher 12th. Buescher's 2 laps down. Not many cars on lead lap. JC takes his glasses off while sleeping. Good for him. Give him a golf clap emoji for that. So that was Phoenix, a 2-hour and 29-minute race. That felt like a short race, but it felt way longer, honestly. There's no way I was talking for like an hour before the race started. Maybe I did, I don't know. A lot of cars a lap down. Josh Bilicki was 12 laps down. Truex got 30th. That's actually pretty good for him. So yeah, that was Phoenix. 104. Not really possible. 2010 Subways, right? It was 2010. Thank you for that. Yeah, if we had an extra like 50, 60 laps, yeah, we definitely would have. Would they pit again, though? That's the other thing. Because they pit on lap 270. They would be pitting a lap. They would be pitting, like... Oh, maybe we wouldn't have won regardless. I don't know. Another 50 laps. Probably. I don't know. It's... I'll take third. Do the replays work? I don't... No. Nope. Imagine if you had to do thumbnails for a 100% race, and this is all you have to work with is literally 2 angles. That is really... Oh, wait, no. No, it's just a little bit of seizures, but, you know... You want a seizure? Well, NASCAR 25 can bring that seizure out. This is... That type of intensity is like... music video levels of freaking edits. Now I can't do it anymore. Where did that go? I want my freaking seizure back. How could I only do that once? I'm upset. Whatever. Backing out. I'm done. I'm done with this freaking race. I gotta watch the race with Clable and friends. So I don't miss out as much. 2 hour and 29 minutes. Well, I guess the game's thinking Byron's gonna win. That's not really much of a take, is it? But it predicted frickin' Heim. It predicted Zilich. It was right 1 out of the 2 times. So, I'm gonna back out of this. That was Phoenix. I don't know what really to say. It was a fun race. It was enjoyable in some aspects. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. So, yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you Smooth for the 5, D Gooden with the 199, Smooth again with the 2 and the 5. I really appreciate that. But all the super chats and stuff, I do really appreciate it. It does mean a lot. So yeah, we had like freaking 38 people watching at one point. Yeah, it like all fell apart after the freaking. What happened to diecast? I put them in storage just because I felt my room was getting too cluttered, and I really just wanted, because in that time frame I was so done with NASCAR. I guess I still sort of am with the Cup stuff. I just wanted to like have it be like out of sight, out of mind mentality, and I just wanted to. It just felt too claustrophobic, so I had to get rid of them for a couple of reasons. It was just too much all in my face. So it's somewhere. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna watch the race. I forget the ratings left. The viewership dwindled as soon as the race started at 3:30. I get it. That's fine. I'm looking at the thing now. Yeah. That's the thing I gotta do next year, is make sure I don't freaking stream like an hour after the race is going on, and make sure it ends before the thing starts, which should be obvious. But yeah, seeing this in real time, yeah, that helps a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Watch the race. Hopefully it's okay. I don't know. I'm gonna go. So bye.
You